Hello, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Adventures in Asteri. Everything has been turned upside down, in the words of a great poet.
I'm more inclined to believe that the mysterious wizard that traveled all around might be in some way a suspicious character.
Perhaps the efforts of my end. She kind of tentatively looks over her shoulders at the group as they're walking away. Companions might be able to at least find you some peace. I don't know how we're gonna proceed without a fight.
That's exactly why I'm here.
Yeah, the little one's thirsty for some skull cracking. Bill is worried about, for now, doing something fucking stupid again.
Aww.
So then we're loaded, but we're looking like, eye on the guy, where's for now? Eye on the guy.
We're just gonna stick with the Warlock special. She sees this zombie and not having this. This is not chill vibes. These are not good fall vibes at all.
I see Bill's nose bleeding, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna go, stop being hurt! And I'm gonna do Healing Word as my bonus action.
So you grow and your head brushes the ceiling.
It's like, well, where's this going?
MK is terrified.
As he readjusts his new footing and kind of crouches a little bit so he doesn't bust through the ceiling. And he's just like, oh, four.
Alright guys, welcome back to Icewind Dale. We're gonna get started here shortly in just a few moments, but first we're gonna go ahead and introduce the players and characters that we will have tonight at the table. And first up, we've got Charlotte.
Hello, I am Charlotte, played by Court. I'm a party cleric. She's a lovely little Warforged War Domain cleric. You can find me at my Twitter at Court Games.
And next up we've got Zarius.
Hello, I'm Jonathan. I play Zarius, who enjoys books and long walks on the beach. You can find me on Twitter at Vortex of Fiction.
And last but not least for tonight, we've got Terpsichore.
Oh, I'm you, and I play Terpsichore. She's the happy little girl. She's gonna dance circles around everyone, maybe kill a couple of people. You never know, she changes her mind. You guys can find me at Secret Spaghetti.
Well, that's fun. My mic was muted.
10 out of 10.
All right. That was great. Yeah, so as I was saying, I am Momo, and I am the DM for Rime of the Frostmaiden here on A Minstrel's Tale. You can find us on Twitter at A Minstrel's Tale. And yeah, I just wanted to thank you all for joining us tonight as we head back into Icewind Dale, and the party has just gotten into Targos. So, who would like to do a recap for a surprise?
I will start the recap, and if everyone can help me finish it, and we can make this a group effort.
Give you that assist.
Then the group will get to surprise, yes.
I love group efforts.
Alright, take it away, group.
So, we ended up leaving Bremen as a group after talking to Terpsichore and Schmo a little bit about their history. Still not exactly clear on all that, unfortunately. It seems like there's some unresolved issues that we have not dug into from what I can tell, and I am quite curious what's going to happen there.
That's on you, man.
Upon leaving, the group was distracted by some sort of box, or I wasn't clear if it was like a crash cart or something like that, hidden in a snowbank. And we
There was no cart, but it looked like something had potentially fallen off the back
fallen off.
cart.
Thank you. We spent some time there investigating it. Xerius was very suspicious of what it could be, since, free things in Icewind Dale don't normally jive. But we were able to find a few things, and otherwise, thankfully, nothing bad happened. And we continued on our journey to Targos. As we were approaching the outskirts of the town, we were interrupted by a number of strange figures, who we eventually learned their name was the Ravens. They were led by the Shark, and there were 5 other members: Triggerfinger, the Fang, the Siren, Duke, and Mad Girl. They asked us to bring a chest into the town for potential payment. Some of us were quite suspicious of this. Oh, go ahead, what were you saying?
It was a chest and like a whole cart of like
cart, yeah. With the but basically they offered us to take this into town to make a delivery, and the fact that we were out at the outskirts of town made everyone a little suspicious, since, well, if you're that close, why aren't you just going in yourself? We eventually, after a lot of bah humbug, accepted the job and started the cart towards town. We were able to investigate the chest, but not the boxes, and found it full of Charlatan fragments, which had a number of very problematic potentials related to it, with Charlatan fragments being very, very dangerous in the wrong hand. We were able to eventually get the chest to the recipient, a tall, well-built man with cloth around one eye, who was tall, built, wearing red and black clothes. Clothes were well worn, but looked well made, with 2 rapiers on his waist and wearing quite a bit of jewelry. He paid us 10,000 gold coins, which Charlotte counted very slowly so that the rest of the group could get as much information as possible on the location where the chest was being deposited. And we began to make our way over to the bathhouse, I believe it is, inn/bathhouse, that was connected to this building as the session ended.
Yeah? I don't have anything to add.
Very good. Alright, so group, I will have John go ahead and roll me a 1d10.
Okay. Where are my Xerius dice? Shiny purple metal dice. Very good. Okay. Where's the d10? There we go. That is a 5.
Alright, a 5. And Court, go ahead and roll me a d100.
Ooh, okay. I have to roll this d10 just because they're d10 got chewed on.
That's okay.
Okay, so that's 50, and this will be the tiny one. That's 50 again, so 55.
55. Alright, Terpsy, go ahead and roll me a d10.
I sometimes hate how good you are at the tone of "oh really" when a dice roll comes out.
I got a 1.
A 1. All right.
A 1.
You got it. John, go ahead and roll me a d100.
Okay.
On rolls.
Mm-hmm.
17.
17.
Laughing at us?
Don't like it.
I'm doing something a little different tonight. All right. And Court, go ahead and roll me a d20.
Okay. That's a nat 20.
All right. Oh, wow. And Terpsy, go ahead and roll me a d20.
I really hope the surprise is a grown-up fluffsicore.
Oh my god.
That is a 17.
17. John, go ahead and roll me a d20.
Okay.
A lot of rolls.
That is a 12.
A 12.
Yes, unless I can add something to it.
Nope.
Should I use inspiration to re-roll the 12?
Nope.
You don't even know what it is.
I don't.
I just feel really bad about that 12. That 12 has rancid vibes.
12 has ramifications that I don't like.
Court, a d10 if you would.
D10? Okay. 10 is the D10. 2.
2. And Terpsy,
Yeah.
a d100.
A T100. A 31.
A 31. A 31, she says. Oh.
The Baskin Robin flavors.
Tiamat appears. You're dead.
No. We're doing something much more interesting than that. If I could get a D100, John. This will be the last roll.
It's gonna be nearer. She's gonna turn us into toads.
We're all gonna be aged back to, like childs. You want to act like children, now you are children. Yes.
That's not gonna do shit to me. I'm a warforged.
That is
55.
beautiful.
You'll turn back into bolts and metal parts.
Oh no! Yeah, my teapot becomes a little teacup.
Now you just turn into a giant, this big like mithril teapot or something.
Yes.
I need an animation of Charlotte doing the I'm a little teapot.
Mm.
Oh my god. Alright. Give me just a moment here. Ba-doo, ba-doo. All right, so you guys have a something of a potion or a filter, a dead ringer. It makes oh fuck, actually I shouldn't send this to you. Fuck, my bad. Make private. Boom. I think you guys can't see that now. All right, so the hopefully y'all didn't see that. Is it gone?
No, but I just scrolled up.
Okay, let me copy and delete it. Boom. Don't read that.
Read what? I can't see anything.
Exactly. So you guys, the party has a bottle. It is a large bottle that looks like it can be swigged from several times. There's a metallic liquid inside that has something of a cloudy murkiness to it. It does look like it has a thin and watery texture. On the bottle itself, there is a label, and it reads, "I am the beginning of the end and the end of before." And you have this bottle. We'll say that this bottle was also included with the 10,000 gold. So let me know if you have any questions about that item.
Any chance there was an explanation to go with the bottle?
Such as, I mean, you want to like look at the bottle and try to find something out about it?
No, I would like to know if Captain Fancy Pants, or Mr. Big Spender over there, told us anything about this bottle he handed us.
We'll just say that he was like, consider it a gift.
Would you be able to like send what the inscription, what the words were said?
Oh yeah, it's. Yeah. You can tell it's something of a. Something curious on the bottle. Yeah. So yeah, if you have any, if you want to look at it, identify it, inspect it, do any kinds of those things, just let me know.
Certainly. Can I make an Arcana check?
Absolutely.
Have I seen this before? Do I have an idea what it might be?
Go ahead and roll me Arcana, good sir.
Okay. Hey, Jonathan, would probably help if you had your character sheet open. Oh, that is an 18 on the dice, bringing us to an Arcana total of 26.
Alright, so you can tell that this is a quite large like concoction. It's like I said, it's a very large bottle. It looks like multiple people or multiple times it could be drinking from, and it looks like it probably it looks to be probably magical in some type of nature. The effects of it, you're unsure. I think Identify can identify it, or you could taste it if you'd like.
So I get enough from the Arcana check to think it's a magical item and could cast Identify.
Yeah, you can tell that, like, oh, this, like, the liquid in there looks magical in nature, and, yeah. But if someone's thirsty, they can certainly take a sippy sip.
What do you think, gang? Do we want to take 10 minutes to identify, or would someone like to take a little sip?
I would say you guys are like, yeah, I would say you guys are like in the alleyway right now. Like you guys are about to go into the tavern.
Okay. Is Court talking in the background, or?
Shit, I had my button press on my headset. Yeah, sorry. I was suggesting like, I think you're still like out in the open. I think we should go to like the tavern, it's a private room, or like do this in private where we can check on.
Sounds good to me. Can I? So we're getting a room next to the warehouse where we dropped off the chest, right?
Yes. So right next to the warehouse was the Luskan Arms, which is an inn.
Zarius would like a ground floor room. He's specifically asking for one if there is one.
Ground floor.
All right. So yeah, head on into the inn, my guy. Head on into the inn. Are y'all heading on into the inn?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So you guys head on in to the inn. And as you do so, you see what looks to be a very, very old inn. It looks to be very very, very old. The floors are rotted. You can see rats kind of scampering about here and there. The floorboards creak as people walk about. And you can see quite an interesting group of people kind of hanging out in the common area of this inn. You can see a sign pointing towards the bathhouse, which was mentioned earlier. And at seeing that sign, you also see your fellow party member kind of clip-clop off into that direction, zooming towards the bathhouse. And with that, Schmo is gone, looking to go find some relaxation in the bathhouse.
Do not pass go. Go directly to bathhouse. Got it.
Yeah, they had shown their
Expressed
interest.
a very strong desire to go to the bathhouse before this.
Yeah, so off to the bathhouse they went. So, despite the rotted floorboards and the draft that comes into the common room, the inn does seem to have very sturdy walls. Comes free with pets or friends, furry ones that scamper about the floor. And as you come in, you see what looks to be most likely the proprietor of the inn, a quiet, balding man, and he is has a kind of a downer look to him. He does not look like a very jolly fellow.
Sad.
As he sees you guys come in, you see his face kind of light up just a little bit. And he approaches you all. Well, hello there. Travelers, you must be new to, never seen you around these parts. Have you, perhaps you came for the bathhouse? Are you seeking some rooms, or, how can I help you? My name is, Owen Tarsinel. And he kind of, has his hands together. He's, rubbing his hands together, and he looks, very happy at the prospect of, new people, coming to the inn.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Tarsinel. I do believe we were looking for at least one. This is a bit of an odd request, but do you happen to have any rooms on the ground? Oh god, I forgot the word. No, it's not rent. You know. Whatever that word is. Purchase tonight.
You'd like we've got plenty of vacancy on the first floor. He scratches his head kind of curiously at the mention and request of the first floor room.
I'm deathly afraid of heights, you see.
Oh, I see. Well, that shouldn't be a problem at all. You see, the first floor is quite empty, to be honest. You see, he kind of looks around, and as he looks around, nervously, you can, anybody above a passive perception of 10 notices the plethora of rats. This place,
oh wow,
is pretty infested. And it is very noticeable, and he just, most people, they take to the second or third floor, but if it's the first you're wanting, I could get together some extra blankets for you. The first floor does tend to be a bit drafty, and none of you are afraid of rats, are you? And he kind of, looks you all over, he says it with kind of a little bit of an embarrassed expression on his face.
I'm afraid of rats, no?
All right. So, how many rooms would you like? Like I said, we've got plenty on the first floor.
Better, one.
Oh well, there's two beds to a room.
Sufficient? Just one? Be like, first of the...
One, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're gonna fit the 5 of you into 2 beds. I'm not one to judge, but you might be a little bit uncomfortable. Seth
well...
is kind of in the background, and he kind of clears his throat. I'd like a room to myself, if you don't mind.
Charlotte frowns a little bit. That's what you like. You know, body heat is very important to conserve in school. I mean, she like looks at him like, do you really, really want to have a room alone, my guy?
He leans down and whispers in your ear, and he says, the cold has never bothered me, Charlotte. And he like straightens back up.
2 rooms then.
Mistral comes and just grabs Charlotte and Terpsichore around the shoulders, and she's just like, this is gonna be just like old times. We're gonna have girls' night. It's gonna be so cozy.
Oh, are we segregating? She like raises an eyebrow like, is that what we're doing?
It's gonna be great. We haven't had a girls' night in forever.
Alright, right, we can... That? She gives like an apologetic look towards Darius, like, this is not my choice.
Wait, Sirius isn't gonna join in girls' night?
I mean, if he could come to girls' night if he wants to, then I guess we'll just call it something else. Every one night?
All of you are going to be sleeping without the use of the dome. That's interesting.
Well, we gotta make sure Zarius is safe. He's scared of heights. He's very tall. I'm sure it's nerve-wracking.
You poor thing. How do you live? Mistral like looks at you pitifully.
Magic, Mistral. Magic.
Oh yes. The magic in your heart is very strong.
Zarius just has this very put upon look, like, God.
The innkeeper. Yeah. So two rooms. Very good. I will get the if you just follow me right over here. And he kind of like scurries off himself. It's kind of strange. This kind of short human man. He kind of scampers a little bit, just like the rats that are infesting his inn. And as he scampers on behind a counter, he pulls out some extra blankets and he kind of just like shoves them onto you guys. It's like he just kind of pushes them onto whoever will take these extra blankets. And it'll be he's kind of like looking you guys over. It's 10 gold per room per night. How many nights will you be staying tonight with us? 1 night, 2 a week.
10 gold, you say? She looks a little bit like, huh, for this like rat infested place. Can I make like an insight check to see if he's ripping us off?
Certainly.
He hesitated quite a bit. I got a nat 1. Plus 6, but that's still it's only 7.
Yeah, I mean, the 10 gold seems a bit high and strange, but, you're not familiar with this town, so supply and demand, you figure that, perhaps that's just the going rate in this here town. Maybe this is the only inn, so, yeah, you while you think, yeah, its price seems a bit off, you think, well, it's probably a take it or leave it kind of thing, like, You know, it's probably the only inn in town. What are we gonna do? Sleep outside?
We could sleep outside.
We definitely could. But yeah, Charlotte deliberates for a moment and then like puts her hand up. She's like, all right. Yes, we will stay for one.
Do you have any problems with us killing the rats?
Why would you? I mean, they're not really harming anybody, and well, are you afraid of rats?
They're gross.
No, they're just generally, at least wild ones are unclean, so don't really want them coming near me, unless all of these are your pets.
Oh, well, they're not really my pets, but they are just think of them as fellow residents here. And he smiles widely, and he's got bad teeth. He's like missing one, and
You know, if you do have a rat problem, best cat. I've had crag cats are very feisty.
What? No, crag cats are dangerous. Why? They're so big, they're so large. A crag cat would tear this place apart. Are you?
Well, not if you adopt.
Right. Yeah, I will certainly consider it. And he looks at you just like, looks at you like you're freaking out of your mind.
She beams. Well, all right. Just wanted.
Suppose I can ignore the rats for now, but if they come into the room, I will ask them to leave, and if they don't do so politely, well, they'll find out fire is hot.
Yes. Yes, if any rats come into your room, it's fair game.
Serious. Perhaps don't torch the things of these men.
Oh, I don't. Do you think they're his pets?
Think so. Can I roll an insight check? Are those his pets? Is he emotionally attached to the rats?
Go ahead and roll me an insight check.
Okay. Is there something more to the rat? Like,
is he a
15
rat man?
plus 6, that's a 21. Is he a rat man?
You can tell that he is quite comfortable with the rats. You can definitely tell that there's something to why he doesn't like the idea of you exterminating all of them. Although you can't quite place your finger on what it is. But there's definitely a reason. Like, he would be very upsetty spaghetti if you were to go around and take care of, quote unquote, the rat problem that he doesn't see as a problem.
I see. Okay.
All right.
She'll wait to communicate that till he's not directly in front of us. But yeah, so she will she'll kind of nudge Arius to pay for the room because she's afraid to open up her chest with all the fucking money in it right now.
Yeah, I'll pay. I'll hand her the money. Seems a little steep for a rat-infested room, but all right.
Yeah, so he takes the coins and puts them away in his pouch and hands you over some keys and motions down the hallway, and the rooms that are, well, they're all of the rooms on the first floor vacant, but down the hall, you could take any room you like, and just be sure to put a placard on the outside of the door, so that people know that the room is not vacant, though. Don't usually have people staying on the first floor. So you should be pretty quiet for you.
All right. Does the 10 gold include food or drink?
Oh, yes, the 10 gold. It includes access to the bath, as well as food and drink. We've got a kitchen right on over there in a dining area, and I hope you enjoy your stay.
All right, thank you.
Oh yes, the Luskan Arms is quite the establishment. You know, this building is quite historic. If you didn't know.
Any story behind the name or the place?
Well, yes. The Luskan Arms. This is the oldest public bathhouse in 10 towns, and I think one of the last ones really that's still around. It's hard to find a bathhouse around here, and this place is about over 200 years old. Way back before Brynshender it was still just a camp on the hill. And Luskan, it was a thriving city, and many of the traders who came to Targos in those days, they hailed from Luskan, so that's why the Luskan Arms was built, this most fine establishment, and it's been in my family for many generations. And he has like this, like, kind of, he's beaming, he has this, like, very proud look on his face.
I see. That's quite the history to the place. Something to try and keep up, I suppose, yes?
Oh yes, the decor has not been changed in over 200 years. Everything is vintage. It's very historic.
I see. Well, I'll just be going to check out the rooms now.
Yes, I hope you enjoy. And he kind of gives you a funny little, like, waggly finger wave. He kind of, like, pushes his glasses up his nose, and he's kind of the once depressed looking man. He's, like, beaming. He seems very pleased that you guys asked about the history of the place.
God, the rat man happy. Okay. Yeah. So once we get into like our room, she's gonna do the thing where she's flagged by that it's occupied.
Okay.
And yeah, side. And she's gonna tell about kind of weirdness that she sussed out about the rats. Yeah, she's going to like. Can you hear me now? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's going to mention like the kind of weirdness that she sussed out with this dude and his rats, like how he seems like he wants them around and he doesn't want them to be exterminated.
Okay.
Maybe. Go ahead.
So you said you wanted to do something to try to find out about that, or you're talking with the group about it?
Oh, she's informing the group about this.
Okay, got you.
I'm not exactly sure what all that is about, but for whatever reason, he doesn't seem too keen on exterminating these rats, though I feel so that would help his business. It seems he wants to rent a room on the ground floor. Why did he want to rent a room on the ground floor, by the way?
Well, because, are there any rats in this room?
Yeah, you, if you look for them, as soon as you entered into the room, you did see, 3 rats kind of scurry away, and kind of, like, one under the bed, one went behind the dresser, and you saw one go into a little hole in the wall.
Okay, I am trying to clear out this room as much as possible.
Yeah, they've all, like, as you open the door, like, they ran off either in hiding. Yeah, they, like, scattered. They either went into hiding or they left through that hole. The one went through the hole in the wall.
Okay.
So I'd say there's 2 in there hiding.
Very quietly, Zarius. Or no, actually, I'll do this via. God, it's so nice being a fucking wizard.
Love
I'm
message.
going to send message.
DFE.
I'll send it via message. And just say, well, and he's looking at the floorboards. I wanted to see if there was a way to potentially dig under that warehouse where we left the chest. Sage is still monitoring it, And if we could get the shards away from whoever that was, I think that would be for the best. And not going to deny I'm quite interested in the potential power they can offer our group.
I see. Well, that is quite a lot of digging. How do you plan on achieving that? I suppose we're not going to dig with our hands. You have some
No, I have
main solution.
a cantrip for moving the earth.
I see. And Sage, did Sage see anything where they're taking it? Have they
Sage
moved
is
it
still
yet?
monitoring it. If she's within 100 feet, I'll try and mentally contact her.
All right. Yeah, Sage is still within 100 feet, and you're able to reach out. And are you trying to like look through Sage's eyes, or?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
just make sure that the chest hasn't been moved away from the warehouse here.
As you look through Sage's eyes, you can see that the well-dressed gentleman has been joined by some folks dressed in like blacks and grays, and they've got like large hoods up over their heads. They're very difficult to kind of make out any distinct details about them, but you
Any idea on sizing? Are they
they're like
dwarves
medium.
and halflings or humans?
No, they're about like human size. They're like medium
Okay.
size, like human-ish size, varying heights and builds. But you see them that cart. You see them unload a couple things from the cart, and then you see them also adding some loads to the cart. You see the well-dressed gentleman in the red and black speaking with a woman who has a cloak up over her head as well. And you can see that she has a white tail coming out from her cloak.
Fucking goddamn avarice, right?
Oh, wait. What kind of a tail?
Oh no, she was pink, wasn't she?
I thought she was a white tail.
Avarice? Wasn't Avarice an albino Azamar?
No, I thought she was it was either an albino or pink tiefling that was under the castle where we kicked the cult out of. Can I insight check or see if Zarius can put two and two together? Does he think it might be the same coloring or not?
Go ahead and roll me a wisdom check.
It's like a tiefling tail, or a cat tail, or a dragonborn tail. Like what kind of tail?
19 on the dice, giving me a 22 total.
Okay. You know that is most definitely a tail of a tiefling, and you are able to recall that the tail is very similar, if not identical, to a one Avarice who you met under the care in Caer Denival down in the cistern.
Oh, that little shit.
Language. What do you say?
He just hands Charlotte a gold coin, like.
I'm not a swear jar. You can't pay me off. That's not how this works. Is that how you think this works?
It would certainly be easier. He still doesn't have his eyes open and is in Sage's, he can't hear you at all.
I know. Just like tugging on his cloak, like, you better have some very swear-worthy information.
Alright, so I guess he'll just say out loud, Avarice is here. She appears to be the buyer or some way connected to the cart that we delivered.
Oh, no.
Wait, what do you mean? Oh no, Avarice was nice.
She was polite. I don't know if I would qualify that as nice. she was still deeply involved in that cult, which has done many terrible things. I hope you don't forget.
Well, no, I don't forget. But I thought they explicitly said that she wasn't really like with the cult. Like they worshipped the same deity or whatever. Because she didn't like care about what we were doing with the cult.
Well, she did care enough to flee when we dismantled it. That, to me, is a little bit concerning.
Yes, that, and if they are worshipping the same, I think it was a demon prince. Yes. Never mind. I can't hear any of this while I'm still in warged into sage or whatever you want to call it.
Sage cam.
Sage cam, yeah. So yeah, you see the two of them talking. Not really able to make out what they're saying. It looks like they're talking.
Okay.
You get the vibe that they're talking. You're a wizard. You get the vibe that they're probably using message. Because their body language is very much as if they're talking, but there's like no sound.
Oh, I do so hate when our enemies are intelligent. Okay, he'll head out of Sage for a moment and just explain to Charlotte and Terpsichore what's going on. And I'm assuming Mistral and Sephic are there with us as well?
Yeah, Mistral is there. She's kind of just like, she's like slumped down on one of the beds, and she's been playing her lyre. Like, she's, again, like that same tune, this new tune that she's kind of been humming to that it's been changing a little bit. She's kind of been working on like her next big hit, she keeps saying. And Sephic he swiftly went into the room on his own. I would say he even went picked his own room out before you guys went into your own room. You saw him just go into the room, quickly place the sign on the door and close the door behind him. And you heard a click of the lock.
All right. So we have the sign out. It was private. Sage. God, man.
Thank you for the follow, Ilejandro. I appreciate that.
Find familiar. Thank you for the follow. Find familiar is like a fucking essay that you have to read through every time. Okay, so I can still communicate telepathically with Sage.
Yes.
And I'm just going to ask her to tell me if the chest moves at all, or moves away, or if Avarice.
Okay.
Or if anyone notices her.
Notices her leaving or the cart leaving?
Yeah. Well, no. If Avarice leaves, the cart and the chest are the most important. Avarice leaving, or if anyone notices Sage is my other thing.
Okay. If anybody notices Sage, so you want Sage basically to come back to you if
No,
any of these things happen, or okay.
I just want Sage to let me know. I don't know if she can talk to me telepathically, or if it's just like a a Discord ping. Like
yeah, I would say you get like you're able to get like a little ping, like a little notification of like, hey, that thing you wanted me to notify you of is happening. Basically, you'll hear a little like.
Fantastic.
Oh my god, yes.
Well, a little owl noise in my brain.
It's a little owl ping, yes.
Yeah, that's exactly what an owl sounds like.
Fantastic.
It's the Duolingo sound.
Oh my god.
Yes.
You'll get
Sage
just like 50 times a day. Have you fed me today? Have you fed me today?
Oh god. Sage is the Duolingo owl.
Oh my god.
She's coming for you.
That owl really is ominous as fuck, though.
Something about the eyes.
Duolingo's pretty good. Shout out to Duolingo.
It's a great program, but
yeah,
that owl is still just disconcerting somehow.
It's the eyes. All right, so I have that noted that Sage will notify you if the cart is moved, or if anyone notices her, or if Avarice leaves. So we'll go ahead with that. What are the rest of you beautiful folks doing?
Is Zarius, like, does he pop out of his thing and tell us?
Yeah, and I'm going over what I saw.
Okay. Well, I mean, this doesn't change our plans to track it. Just complicates them a bit, I suppose, now that we familiar with who's purchasing it.
I would very much like to steal whatever they are transporting, but
I know you would.
I think realistically only the chest is something I'll be able to get away with.
No, I think that the chest would be really hard to get away with. This is probably the most important thing.
In any case, we have to make sure that this doesn't, whatever its destination is.
Oh, also, I forgot to mention this earlier, guys. So sorry. You guys most definitely noticed that before you came into the tavern, and actually before you even left the alley, as Terpsichore and Mistral didn't go into the warehouse with you, while they were in the alleyway, and I'm so sorry for mentioning this now, should have mentioned this at the beginning of the session, as Terpsichore and Mistral were in the alleyway, Mistral busts out a disguise kit, and she is disguised as someone else.
Oh my god, wait, what does her disguise look like?
I
need to know what's her go-to.
She has like makeup all over her, looking as though if she is like a human, basically.
I have
an olive
so
skinned
many
human.
questions.
She's wearing.
How does an 8-foot-tall bard who sings all the time think she's gonna fly under the radar?
She also has the disguise self spell, so she uses a mixture of like the two. She
practical effects and
she does practical. So she like has this long wig on, and it's quite ridiculous. She changed her whole outfit. And she does like a mix of disguise self and actually changing her outfit and hair and everything. So
is she wearing like a big coat to like cover up her guns?
Yes, she's wearing a big like trench coat, kind of like long coat.
So you can't tell how big she actually is.
Yeah, and she has like long flowing black hair with like a gray streak through it, and she actually looks more like a half elf. Basically. She's got like elfish kind of ears, and she looks like very strange. Like she's got like resting bitch face. She looks very strange. Yeah, but you guys would have noticed this, and Terpsy, you would have watched this transformation go down in the alleyway. Sorry, I'm so sorry, I forgot to mention this minor detail. And she's just like laying on the bed, or sitting on the bed, just strumming away, like without a care in the world.
I have just so many questions. It's the only thing Zarius says when he sees her.
She just winks and blows a kiss at you when you say that.
To be fair, Zarius, you have a lot of questions about a lot of things. And you don't ask the questions, so you never find out the answer.
I'm sure you'll find your answers in a book if you read it.
There is a certain levels of importance to most questions, and the one that needs to be answered now is there a room we can rent and then away? Well, anyways, I'll explain that at the end. And that's the only thing he says when he sees the disguise.
Yeah.
And Charlotte's like, oh, who's your friend? Oh.
Yeah.
So overall, this is just a very like dour and suspicious town, right?
Yeah, you probably get the vibe by now. You know, you go ahead and
After that
everybody,
exchange.
yeah, everybody roll me a.
And the weird dude who gave me direction.
Yeah, the three of you, each of you, go ahead and roll me insight checks.
It's another fucking nat 1 on insight. I'm Okay, where's your jail?
Oh, fuck yeah. I
Go
got
to
a
hell.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, 23.
I got
It's a 7 total.
I got just under that with a 22 total.
Okay.
I am rolling really good with Arius tonight.
They just seem very nice.
In that.
Charlotte, I'll start with you. You think that this is just an absolutely lovely town. The guards were such a pleasure to work with. They pointed you right to the inn. They welcomed you. They seemed very welcoming to you guys as new travelers. The proprietor of the inn also, it seems like just such a pleasant little old man who, you know, is very passionate about the history of this tavern, and you think that the gentleman in red and black that was well dressed is probably just some rich man who either likes to pay well for a job well done, or he thinks that a banana costs $50. That's basically what you think about him.
Carla gesturing at the rat man. I just think he's neat.
Yeah. Basically, yeah. You think like this town is no different than Caer Konig. It's just a nice little town, you know. Terpsichore, Zarius, Mistral, she already been known. Basically, the two of you are. You guys definitely infer that the reason that guy paid so well is because a part of that money was hush money. It was keep your nose out of my business money. I just paid you a lot. Keep your head down, keep your nose out from what I'm doing. Take the money and run, and you never saw my face kind of situation is kind of the vibe you get. The innkeeper, you get the vibe that he is not only the proprietor of the inn, he is also probably a little bit of a facilitator for some different types of business, under the table types of business, and you feel like he's probably not a bad man himself, but definitely facilitates some shady shit. Seeing Mistral put on a whole ass disguise gives you the vibe that she does not want to be seen here or noticed here, and I will say that also kind of freaks you out a little bit, because she is usually like, yeah, tell them Mistral sent you, or here's my coin with my face on it. Tell them that you're Mistral's friend, and that's like your VIP ticket to the world. And here she is, keeping a low profile. She's using a different voice. She's fucking like doesn't look like herself. And it's probably a little bit unsettling, to say the least. You also, from the guards, kind of feel like they were nice. They were a little too nice. And you both kind of have this connection where you make eye contact and you realize, like, we don't know anything about this town. We literally know nothing other than it has a 200-year-old bathhouse. And you both kind of look at each other with this, like, you share a very unsettling glance to one another, when it kind of like, it's like an epiphany. It kind of dawns on the both of you at the same time. Yeah. There you have it.
I'm getting the feeling we need to be very, very careful in this place.
You hear from the bed. Bingo.
Have we not been being careful so far?
We accepted a delivery from strangers.
That wasn't Targos.
But it was two here. I don't. Even so, even though it's not in Targos that this occurred, I wouldn't say that was being particularly careful.
Well, I would argue that this is a net positive, being that we know about it now. Would you rather not know about goings on avarice?
I'm quite sure we would have found out either way.
Well, it's good that we know.
I am more curious about what she is doing here, and if there is, I don't even know what to call it, a stronger version of the cult we haven't seen the side of yet. Was Kadroth just
Do we know if
lower
Kadroth was like
management?
the leader of the cult, or if there were other parts of it?
What you guys did know is that Kadroth definitely had connections in high places. You were able to find out that he was like a very, very charismatic fellow, or at least so it seemed, whether it was by his own capabilities or by his own capabilities of magic or magical items, that he was most definitely rubbing elbows with speakers in a couple of different towns. In that he had very big ambitions. But when it came to the cult, you did get from what you know, he was the head honcho of the cult.
Well, it could be that Amber's is trying to revive it in some way, but that does seem more her speed. She didn't seem a follower. She seemed like someone who wanted to take control of it for herself.
Maybe there's like a bunch of little cults. No. Maybe there's like one big cult, right? That's got like their hooks all over 10 towns, right? But then there's like little small cults that the people kind of know about. They're like, these people, they should not be here. They have kind of taken control of everything, but they're too powerful to stop. And the whole connection is that they're all worshiping the same demon prince. Maybe each one has a different prince.
Huh. Charlotte's like seriously considering this. That is an interesting theory. I don't know if we've seen anything to support it. That would be troubling if there was more than just what we've encountered so far.
Each their own little cell, basically. That would not be good at all. Either way, I think it is apparent we should try to get the crystals away from Avarice.
Yes,
I do not think her intentions are good.
You know, I think I may have an idea about what her intentions are, actually. Do you recall way back when we were speaking to her and the sister? What her bird said?
I do not. Please remind me.
Well, it didn't get to get the entire word out, but it said something about Ythryn.
The crystals might be related to getting in. That is interesting.
Yes, is that not central area of quite a lot of magical activity? I think that, well, Charlene together very well.
I don't know if Chandelin is... I believe Chandelin is not as old as Ythrin would be. I would be curious to know what kind of connection they could possibly have, but either way, perhaps they just need a large source of magic. In which case, Chandelin would certainly qualify.
Oh, Ythrin was the corpse city, wasn't it? With the ancient wizards.
Yes, the city of
You-
Nezarene, but...
You, a wizard, are very, very preoccupied with this Charlene and its possibilities.
Too powerful to ignore, yes. That is the unfortunate allure of it.
Those dwarves that we met were looking for Ythrin, right? Or a map?
They were looking for my map.
So, do you think they're also involved with, like, this demon prince worship stuff? And maybe, like, they could be mining the Chardolin?
Could be. I am quite curious to know why they were seeking this place out. Seems to me that a lot of people are looking into this place for their own reasons.
Well, I mean... If you had a live tiger in your backyard, you'd probably want to be the one to control it.
Why would I have a tiger in my backyard?
An analogy, Terpsichore. Something dangerous, basically.
Just said it was dangerous. Analogy.
Actually,
And as Terpsichore asks you about a tiger in her backyard, you hear a from Sage, alerting you to something.
Okay. I will head back into Sage.
You head back into Sage, and you see the cart moving down the road which you all came in to deliver the cart down along what would have been like the shoreline, although the water there is all frozen over. And you see the cart heading off, and you see two figures on horses in front of it. Two figures, axe beaks. My bad. You see two figures on axe beaks at the front of it, two figures on axe beaks at the back, and you see two also on the left and the right. And their axe beaks look strangely armored. Like, they're not just wearing regular schmegular, like a saddle. Like, these axe beaks look like someone would take them to war. It's kind of strange. Like, they have literal armor on them. And the armor is colored in red and black. And the cart is much more loaded up than it was before, and it is much more covered. You're unable to tell what is on the cart because it is fully covered at this point.
Did Sage notice if the chest was on the cart when they covered it?
Sage didn't notice the chest being removed. Sage saw two crates, which you guys didn't look inside, being removed.
Okay.
And saw many other crates being loaded upon the cart.
All right.
And Avarice is nowhere to be seen, and neither is the well-dressed gentleman. These figures that ride upon the axe speaks are dressed in all black. They have, like, big winter clothes and cloaks upon them. Their cloaks kind of billowing in the wind, snow behind them dramatically. And they're making their way down towards what looks like kind of the entrance. Is this my... Oh no, it's not my cart. It's like, where is my cart? It looks like they're making their way towards the entrance.
Downtown,
Yeah.
walking fast.
Yeah, they're downtown walking fast, making their way to the entrance, which you guys, as far as you've seen, this town seemed like, as you've looked around and been in here, it has this very large wall all the way around it. And from so far as you know, there's one way in and one way out. So far as you know. You came in one way, you have not since seen another way out of this town. So I will... You see.
Okay, so they're leaving basically is the problem.
Yeah.
They're leaving with the goods.
Yeah,
You see
I'll
the
tell
goods.
Terpsichore and Mistral and Cephalic that. I am contemplating hurting people for those goods.
What do you mean by that?
That's not right, but I don't know who they are. They could have good intentions. It doesn't seem like it based upon who they're consorting with, but... Do we follow them and try to recover the goods?
What are you suggesting? I'm alright if we follow them. I am completely on board with that. I don't think we should let them get away by any... We should let them get away.
It's going to be much more difficult to steal something in the wild than it would have been here.
Well, there would be the law.
But I feel like doing it in the wild would make things less suspicious.
Yes, if we try to do it here, then there's a very real chance that we get in trouble with the law. It's
From
our
what
word against theirs, and we are stealing.
From what Mistral has said, there's not much of a law to be found in this town.
We don't really have a choice.
Doesn't seem like it. Alright, well, I will have Sage follow them for now, and then... is it late in the evening, or is it early in the morning?
Oh no, it is late in the evening, and it is late in the evening. You guys had delivered the goods quite late, and yeah, it is. I would say it's probably about 11 p.m. by now.
So they're leaving in the middle of the night?
Yep.
Man, that really sucks. We paid for the night.
We did. It was 10 gold.
Then they're still going while you guys are talking, so they're still making their way out. From what Sage, would you, from basically Sage and you have a 100-foot tether, essentially.
Yeah.
They're out of Sage's sight now. Like, Sage, would you have had Sage stay within 100 feet of you or follow them?
No, I would have had her continue to track, and
Okay.
I know the direction Sage is in, but I can't talk to...
Okay.
talk to her.
Okay.
Past 100 feet. So, I guess Zarius will start to head out and get the, as long as the rest of the party is down for it.
Are we going?
I am, that is the only thing I can think of. If any of you have a better idea, I am all ears.
All right. Let me hold on. She's gonna fucking go retrieve Zephic, and she's gonna go pull Schmo's fucking ass out of the bath.
All right. All right. So you are going first to Zephic's room or first to Schmo?
Well, Zephic's, because I assume it's on the way.
Yeah, it's just across the hall from your guys' room.
Yeah.
You go across the hall and go to Zephic's room, and
For some reason, I imagined Schmo is engaged in some, like, Marquise de Sade level debauchery.
Charlotte kicks the door up and just pulls him by his ear.
All right. You knock at Zephic's door, and it's silent. And then, you start to hear some kind of shuffling around until you hear a click and the door unlocks, and you see familiar icy blue eyes peer out through the door. He doesn't open the door all the way, but just enough so his face is kind of peering out and looks around and looks down and...
Zephik,
Well, good evening, Charlotte. I didn't expect a visit from you this late in the evening. And he, like, looks around again, like, past you, like, around, like, he looks confused. Like...
Yes, I apologize. I don't really have time to explain, but you need to come with us and retrieve any of your belongings that would be missed if you were to not return. I can come and get you on the way back. I need to go grab Schmo before we go.
But we're leaving now so soon. I just settled in and...
I know, we might come back, but for now we have to go.
It's really the best idea. It's, gosh, it's the dead of night.
My friend. And she puts a hand, like, on his arm. It is best if you are interested in that delivery made, I suppose. The best course of action is to go follow it, yes?
Oh dear, you want to track them, follow them?
Yes, and they are getting away as we speak.
That's great for them. The job was done. We should leave it at that.
Sevik, I thought you were interested in this. Can't possibly think that it should fall into these people's hands.
Things fall into the wrong people's hands every day, Charlotte. That amount of Chardonnay, while it is very tempting.
Yes.
Is very dangerous, and I assume the people who have procured it are indeed even more dangerous, potentially. I know I've evaded death once, but...
Well,
I'm not sure I could do it twice. And he kind of grins at you.
Are you not confident in my skills? I will keep you safe. And Sevik, you may be used to awful things happening and nothing being done about them, but you're with us now. We don't want these sorts of things happening.
I'm just...
Not as long as we can do something about it.
He kind of, like, looks down at you. He kind of, like, crosses his arms, and he's, like, leaning up against the door frame, and he's just like, look, I'm just gonna say, it's not that a sad feeling of bad things happen every day, but it's a little bit more of, we can't save everybody, and we can't fix everything.
You can't if you don't try. I'm willing to try. Are you?
Go ahead and roll me a persuasion check.
Okay. Oh, could I can't guidance myself on this, huh?
You can if you liked, if you feel like you'd guide yourself in front of...
That's a 7 total.
Uh,
I don't think
feel-
God can help me here.
maybe Sefik just takes it as you care enough to guide yourself in this moment.
Eh.
Send Zarius my way, if you will. You said you need to go get Schmo. I'd like to have a word with, him, if you don't mind, before I make my decision of heading out.
All right, but we don't have very much time. And she's going to try and like weave over Zarius and just scurry off to go grab Shimo. Just go talk with your wizard buddy. Go talk. Have your wizard talk.
What? What's going on, Sefik?
You know, I know her heart is in the right place, and I really, really admire her, oh gosh,
Moxie?
Yes, Moxie. Perfect word. Very admirable, but, if, you know, we can't, we're gonna become real heartbroken if we think we can save everyone, or save every town, or do good at everything that comes our way.
Sefik, a question for you. How often have you failed at something?
Not often, but my biggest failure was when it mattered the most. Why do you ask?
Because I failed all the time. Machines and I did not get along, but Charlotte just confuses me. I don't know how that worked out.
He looks at you like, the fuck? He's like, well, it seems you've turned that around.
Yes, very happily. But I like the old ways of magic more versus what my people care about. A merging of magic and machine. It fascinates me, but I just wasn't very good at it.
Well, you seem good enough at it now. And he kind of like eye waggles at you.
Oh my god.
No, you don't get to wiggle your eyebrows at me. No.
Forgive me, it was just
do not think
an
that
observation.
I do not think that we will win every time, or that the good we do won't come with unintended consequences that we don't want or would not want to see. But I refuse patently to allow that amount of Chardolin to get into the hands of someone, in this case, who we know does not have any sort of good intentions. I do not imagine you would be sitting below a castle, uncaring for the suffering of an entire town for the sake of research.
Are you willing to die for what is on that cart? Are you willing to die, and are you willing to watch those you care about die as well?
No, and I don't intend to.
But that is the reality. If we go after that cart...
No. It is a possibility, and a low one.
It is a high one.
And I'm just gonna hold up the rod of rulership.
What is... Okay.
Sefik, do you know why Kadroth was so very successful?
Why? He's...
Because he carried a rod of rulership.
A what? And he, like, goes to reach for it.
No. I told Charlotte I would not use this without consulting her first. It allows you to charm, well, any number of creatures that you can see within a fairly large range. And they treat you as their trusted leader for a long period of time.
Azarius.
Yes.
I'm going to tell you something.
Shoot.
That man. I know his face. I know those people. Not deeply familiar with them, but familiar enough. And I am being very, very sincere with concern when I say if we go after them, we are going to be in grave danger and bringing attention to ourselves with people that could quite possibly be some of the most powerful people in Icewind Dale, I hate to say. People I would never want to cross paths with. But I've skipped death once. Why not a second time?
That's the spirit. Nihilistic, just down a ship. Alright. Anyways, Sefik. Look. We already are in danger. We're going to increase it, yes. But 10 towns is rather large. And, well, finding people here is difficult at best, no?
It can be for certain people. Certain people are good at hiding, and certain people are good at finding. And, I mean, you've heard plenty of rumors. Taverns, word gets around. It has a funny way. People love their rumors in 10 towns.
We've helped 3 towns. 3 of the smaller ones, I know, yes. But 3 out of the 10. Are you suggesting that we try to change Targos from the inside out? I get the feeling this town is not one that needs saving in the traditional sense.
Zarius, do you know what they sacrifice here?
I do not, no.
You do not. You know, I had a sneaking suspicion that the lot of you did not know what they sacrificed here. They sacrifice, that of humanoids, just as East Haven does. This town is... We are in the lion's den. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, we got a hefty payment, which is quite amazing, and some concoction that looks to be magical. But this venture is a very dangerous one.
Let me ask you a question. You say these people are dangerous, that they're awful, that they'll come to kill us. What is the cost if we do not go and prevent them from using the Shardolin then? Are we not just hurting ourselves by not pursuing or attempting to snuff out the issue now? Do what damage we can, because I know you know what it's capable of.
I'm very aware of what it's capable of.
Well then, I don't know how this is a choice. If we do not confront the issue now and instead decide to make ourselves safe, we are literally shooting ourselves in the foot. We have given our enemy just another powerful tool. And perhaps there is more coming down the line, shipments of a size that make this one seem insignificant in nature. But we know about this one. And because we know about it, we can do something about it.
Well, like I said, friend, maybe I'll be able to trick death a second time. And he puts a hand on your shoulder and gives you like a firm squeeze on it and kind of grins at you. His like icy cold blue eyes kind of like piercing through yours, and he has the look on his face of someone who's he looks at you almost like in kind of a somber way, like he'd hate to see anything happen to you or you guys, but he has this look of he himself doesn't fear death. He might almost welcome it.
Sevik, you matter. Stop thinking you don't.
Well, everyone matters. A drop in
Sevik.
the ocean is significant.
Sevik, you matter. You are important. Even if it's just to us, which I don't believe at all. Do you get it? You matter. You're important.
Zarius, believe me, trust me when I say I know that I am important. You don't need to impose any self-importance or ego upon me if that's what you're trying to do.
No.
I'm sure Charlotte would hate if I were to have a large ego.
She hates mine, so yes, probably. Anyways.
I don't think they can handle two wizards with fat heads.
Well, that's just mean, and you're clearly deflecting, so I'm going to let it go. Look. Pay attention. I'm not doing anything stupid. My plan is simple. We go out, we get in front of them, I set up a dome that is completely colored in white. It will look like a snowbank. We either use the rod of rulership or we ambush them, doing our best not to kill them. And perhaps I'll ask Mistral to change our appearances before we attack them.
Wow.
We find out what is there, and we take anything that could be dangerous. If there's food or other things of that nature, no one should go starve because
they're
of a
bad.
Missing shipment.
Because they're bad, terrible people. And oh right, well.
I do not know that is the problem. I don't.
They could just be folks looking to make money to feed their families, Zarius. And what if they don't get that shipment to where it's going, and then they don't get paid, and then they're not able to put food on the table and bring home the bacon?
That will be awful.
It will be. Well, let's do it then, I suppose.
I'm just arrogant enough to think our need is greater, unfortunately.
Go ahead and I will say that you've definitely persuaded this man. You've persuaded him. I'm not gonna make you roll for it. He's like, you know what? Fuck it. Fine, buddy, for you. Okay, let's do it. If we die, we die. We go out with a bang. Yeah. All right, Charlotte, into the bathhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Into the bathhouse, Charlotte. That is where you're going, correct?
Yeah. She's literally okay. So she walks in. She literally has her hand over her eyes and she's listening for Schmo's voice. She does not want to see anything.
Walk into the bathhouse and you hear many voices echoing off of the walls of this very steamy
Doggies.
You walk into the bathhouse and you see, or you hear, because your eyes are covered. You see a floor. You see the floor. It's wet. It's steamy in there, and you hear many, many, many voices of many different men, laughing, chuckling, sharing different stories and stuff. Details not really too important because you are listening for a one particular voice. And as you are listening for that voice, walking deeper and deeper into the bathhouse, you do not hear it. What would you like to do?
Great. So she's going to she's going to clear her throat and kind of like she's going to just Marco Polo this. She's going to call out for Schmo first. Before she resigns herself to having to take her hand off of her eyes.
Mm-hmm.
So she's calling out for him. She's like, Schmo, Schmo.
You call out to him in the bathhouse, and you just continue to hear just you can tell what sounds like it literally from what you're like listening as you're walking into this bathhouse area. You hear what sounds like probably like 30 to 40 men in this bathhouse. As you keep walking in, you hear some of them whistle, and you know, like you hear some comments, and yeah, it's a bathhouse full of guys. It's gross.
Yeah, Charlotte is like, if any single one of these people touches me, I am going to lose it.
She fucking just rages and just destroys the whole bathhouse. No, I mean, you hear some comments, you know, like, hey, beautiful, where are you going? Or, hey, sweet.
She doesn't even dignify them with a response.
You lost sweet cheeks. And as you go in deeper and deeper, covering your eyes, you playing hide and seek. You do not hear Schmo's voice or response.
Okay, she's going to, with just a heavy sigh, like, all right, Charlotte, remember your karma. Don't kill anyone. And she pulls her hands off of her eyes, and she's gonna see, does she even see Schmo in this place? Did he fucking leave to go fuck someone?
So through the steaminess of this bathhouse, you see like just it's like a wide open room that you've kind of ventured into, and it's a very, very large like collection of different baths, which you can see, like it looks like different types of mineral waters like pouring into the baths, and there's little different groups of different guys in different baths together drinking. Some of them are looking your way, some of them aren't, and you do not see Schmo in any of these baths.
He's straight up not in the bathhouse?
He is straight up not in this bathhouse.
Well,
You just see a bunch of like the water is hiding everything, but you see like a bunch of dudes in a bunch of baths, basically.
Okay, I have a plan. Is there a dwarven man in any of these baths?
Yeah, I'm sure there's dwarven man in one of these.
Okay, she's going to ask the dwarven man if he's seen Schmo, because she knows his type.
Alright. You go up to the
She assumes he may have tried with the dwarven man.
Okay, so you're gonna approach like the closest dwarven man to you, I'm assuming, and you walk up to him, and he's one of the few that have not really been like paying attention to you. He's been kind of very talkative in this bath that he's been in, and as you approach him, his back would be to you the way that like things are positioned. So you like walk up to the back of this dwarven man who's telling this crazy story about how, you know, he and his pals were out in the wilderness, and they took down 10 crag cats, and it was like just this glorious fight, and he said it was like the biggest crag cat that anyone's ever seen, and it was a monstrosity, and he's just like just telling this huge story about it, and he's just super excited. It's super loud, and even like it's funny because like it seems like he's standing in the bath, like he's standing in it, And the other guys are like kind of sitting around him, and he's kind of like in the middle with his kind of like back turned, and he's just like making big arm motions and, you know, like talking about how he's like, and I punched it, and then I took my sword, and he's just like he going on and on about how he.
Charlotte in the middle of this like just kind of clears her throat, like kind of waves an arm like to get his attention. I'm so sorry to interrupt your story. Have you seen a gentleman with goat legs?
He pauses, and his like arms are up in the air, like, and he slowly turns around, arms still up in the air, and but are you lost, lass?
Very. Now, have you seen a gentleman with goat legs?
Gentleman with the goat legs. Well, I did, and he came and he went.
Do you know where he went?
I don't know.
Did he leave with anyone?
And I don't care.
Sir?
Yes.
I can make it worth your while if you just cooperate with me, and I will be out of this bathhouse soon. Trust me, I don't want to be here. You all don't want me to be here, or at least you don't, I assume.
You hear in the background, you can come over here, sweetie.
I will remove something from you if you keep going. All right. So, did he leave with anyone?
Let's see if he fucking noticed. Look, your friend came over here, tried to tell some shitty joke, and interrupted my story just as you're doing now. Didn't quite take kindly to it, so I sent him on his way. Over there. And he points over to like the right side of the bathhouse where you see another group of guys.
Oh, God damn it.
I'm sorry.
And did he leave the bathhouse, or did he just leave your vicinity?
I don't know. I sent him packing. Said that our bath was full. And he kind of motions to the bath, which, like...
He looks so unamused. Would a gold refresh your memory?
A gold? No. I can't remember what I didn't see. And he kind of smiles at you, and like you can see like his smile's fucking terrible.
She looks done.
He's got a gold tooth.
5 gold then.
5 gold. I mean, if you want me to make up a story for you for 5 gold, I can do that. And he smiles real wide at you. He went off in that direction, over there. Maybe one of the nice fellows over there can help you out. Do be careful.
I'm not the one who needs to be careful here. And she steps back and is going to head over that way.
All right. You head over to the right where he motioned, and there's a...
She's gonna ask the same question to the, like, have you seen a man with goat legs?
All right, let's see if I've seen a man with goat legs. Sorry, I'm dice rolling this fucking encounter. You see a half elvish man look up at you, and a man with goat legs. No, can't say I have, sweetheart. Have you seen a man with goat legs?
Well, I'm looking for him.
And I hope you find him.
If anyone could point me in the right direction, I could give you some compensation.
You see this tiefling man who's behind the elvish man who spoke up real quick. And the tiefling man kind of looks to the side to another bath, the one kind of like away from theirs, and he kind of like motions with his eyes and head motion like over there basically to you.
Over there, like telling me to go over in a direction, or telling me like where he's
looking over at a different bath area basically.
Okay.
So sorry. He's just like over there, like, and he kind of gives you a wink.
Okay, she heads over there.
And asks the same question, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Oh, Goatman. Yes, we saw Goatman. He, what? Where'd the Goatman go? And they kind of like, the group there that are in that bath, they're kind of like looking amongst each other, and, they're all like kind of, they're all like kind of like deliberating, like, like where did the Goatman go? Like we definitely saw the Goatman. But, where did he go? Did he go with someone? They're like, no, I could have swore he thought, I could have swore he was talking to Joe. No, I think he was talking to Jim. No. Did he leave with Bob? Like, they're like, you get the feeling that, he talked with a lot of different people, and they're like having a hard time, placing on who he was like last seen with, basically.
Okay. I don't think I'm going to be able to find him in this amount of time. So she's just going to go ahead and try and regroup with the rest of the group.
Okay. So, yeah, you leave, and you do not see him on your way out. And you go.
Oh. Actually, no, I don't. I didn't prepare that, so I don't have sending.
Oh fuck. Well, you go back to the group, and yeah. And during this time, Zarius was casting Identify on the bottle, and you can tell that it is a magical liquid that has, it makes, it makes the user, okay, hold on a sec, it makes the user appear completely dead to all magic. So, like, it's not the user is undetected by magic, basically. So it makes the user, like, undetectable by magic, although it has a slight side effect of giving the person who drinks it the irresistible urge to dance. And you can tell from the label on it that it has some kind of magic on it that it will not open unless the riddle on the label is solved. And you can also tell that it tastes spicy.
So it makes you immune to magic, or I don't.
Undetected, like
Undetectable by magic. What does that mean?
Divination
like someone
spells don't work, or
yeah, like you can't be like if someone were to do any kind of detecting of magic or divination or finding or sending or anything, like they would not be able to be detected by any magic at all. And I'll put this in campaign info. Bloop. I had you roll on multiple tables, and that's what was made, basically. That's why I had so many rolls done. So yeah, it's not a potion, it's a filter. I don't know what the difference is. I'm a noob, but
filter is basically the same.
Oh, okay. So yeah.
Filter I think is like just a big boy version.
And it has five chugs to it, basically. So.
Does it say? Is there any indication about how long it would last? The effect.
Last.
How long is my dancing power so strong that magic can't detect me?
Oh yeah, dancing too hard.
It lasts for 1 day.
Wow.
Interesting.
Day.
Yeah, and it's a slight irresistible urge to dance. So it's not like you just have a slight irresistible urge.
It's not gonna make you dance the entire day.
Yeah, not the whole day, but it's gonna be like the urge is there. So like basically, I'll have you make checks to see if you can resist the urge to dance or not.
Start breaking it down at inappropriate times.
Terpsy would roll at disadvantage.
Yeah, Terpsy would just, we couldn't tell, like, if it has any effect if Terpsy drank it, is the hilarious thing.
Yeah, there is no side effect for Terpsichore.
Right.
Oh, god damn it, okay.
Zarius tells us, what's up with all the potion. You'll be like, the side effect is, irresistible urge to dance. And she's gonna be like, what do you mean?
She's like, gimme.
Who wouldn't want to dance?
She's like,
Terpsichore, that's my entire existence.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
As far as you know, yeah.
Terpsichore voice, why would you want to resist that?
Yeah, why would you want to resist dancing? So with that, let's take a quick break, and then we will come back and see what you guys would like to do after our quick break. We'll go ahead and take a 15, and... Oh yeah, what was that? Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. Are you good?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so we'll take a quick 15. We'll be right back. Get some drinks, get some snacks, stretch your legs, and we will be right back, everyone.
Rime of the Frostmaiden will be taking a short break. We should be back in a few minutes. Take this moment to refresh yourself, stretch, and perhaps get yourself a cup of tea. If you do not have the appropriate dishware, I will be happy to provide it myself, as well as the appropriate beverage. While you're waiting, do check out our social media. Any links to them are provided on screen. Follow our Twitter at A Minstrel's Tale for updates and additional content, and be sure to also follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/minstrel's tale to receive notifications for when the next stream goes live. Missed past episodes? Don't worry, they're all available to view on our YouTube channel, A Minstrel's Tale. Additionally, check out our card, rimeofthefrostmomo.crd.co for character bios, links to other social media, and more. Enjoy the break, and we'll be back soon with more Frostmaiden.
Good evening, viewers. Zarius here, reminding you to get up, stretch, even look away from your monitor for a few minutes. After all, self-care leads to a healthy mind, and, well, you want to be alert for what comes next. Perhaps even brew yourself a cup of tea. Get a little caffeine in you. Charlotte makes, by the way, hands down the very best tea in existence. If you think otherwise, I'd recommend stating your opinion outside of fireball range. I tend to get a little bit protective when she's involved.
Pleased to meet you. My name is Charlotte. I am a warforged of unknown origin with quite a few gaps in my memory. I first remember coming to consciousness when my now traveling companion and new flame Zarius stumbled upon my form buried under several feet of snow. He was on the brink of death when he found me, but I was able to give him another chance at life, just as he had me. We decided to travel together after that, and had been doing so for a year prior to meeting the rest of our lovely group. I do my utmost to protect all of them, as I care for them all deeply. That sometimes involves striking bargains with entities that don't exactly accept prayer in the traditional sense. But if anyone were to dare harm a member of my party, there would surely be bloodshed anyhow, don't you think? As for my missing memories, I'm quite torn on the matter. While I'd like to know more about my past, I suspect that what I learned will be neither pleasant nor painless if what I have recovered thus far is any indication of what's to come. I'm not going to let that get me down, however. While I'm not the biggest fan of my past, I am more than happy with my present, traveling 10 towns with my dear companions and protecting them every step of the way.
Arriving to the utterly insufficient dance floor, a beauty of unknown and mysterious origins whose piercing green eyes and agile movements have lanced through the heart and souls of any fated to see her, including my own. I give you the amazing, the cheerful, the unmatched Terpsichore.
Oh, Mistral, stop! You're making me blush. As Mistral so magnificently stated, I am Terpsichore. I've danced my way across the lands far and wide, filling crowds with glee. The lovely Clothis has led me to 10 towns with my wonderful, amazing, beautiful, spectacular friends. Fulfilling our predestined past is much more than I could have ever asked for, really. Oh, but do be careful. I won't hesitate to cut anyone's threads. Oh, wait. If you don't understand what that means, I mean that I'll kill you.
If your heart hasn't been moved, I know your wallets have. If you want to know more about this mysterious beauty, make sure to buy a copy of her artfully woven book, The Secrets of Faerun, sold at fine traders and general stores all across the realm.
Hi, I'm Dorielle, but you can call me Dory. You know what? We should just be friends. I'm gonna tell you some stuff about me, and then you can tell me some stuff about you, and then we'll be friends, right? Okay, so a couple of things about me. I'm a satyr, obviously, but I'm from the Feywild, which is different from Schmo. He's from Cactus. I'm 10. My favorite food is sticky buns, especially when Zarius makes them. I really love the color lilac. I really like parties. I really like pranks. I'm super smart. I'm super wise. Ooh, I'm gonna tell you about my best friend. Her name's Niru. She's really nice. She brought me to 10 towns and she made me super duper powerful. And you know what? You should meet her. You can join the best friends club and she'll make you super powerful too. I think I see Charlotte coming over here. And she doesn't look too happy. I might be in trouble. Don't worry, I'm really good at getting out of trouble, especially with Charlotte. But I think I have to go. I promise I'll talk to you later. You can tell me all about you, but I have to go. Okay, bye!
Howdy there, my name's Schmo Iverson. It's a pleasure. I ended up in 10 towns due to some mind flayers abducted me when I was on my lonesome back in my homeland of Flagstaff. Stuff they did was mighty nasty, but to my surprise, their ship went and crashed in 10 towns. Luckily for me, I was born an Satyr, and so I made my way to 10 towns trying to figure out a cure for the parasite the mind flayers put in my brain. Along these travels, I did end up bumping into my party, and the rest is history. Though, might be important to mention, I did pass away in a nasty tussle, but was brought back by someone I have yet to know much about, hey, I got magic now.
A most eloquently spoken and unnaturally skilled plucker of strings surely needs no introduction. But if my realm-shaking reputation and voice, the likes of which the gods themselves wait on, have not reached the pale and unfortunate rock you live under, hearken to my words, for I will fill your poor uncultured ears with the tales of minstrel, harpist, bard, adventurer, and weaver of extraordinary stories. My voice unmatched, my tales unbeatable, my heart untaken. Or is it? Come now, dear listener, I will weave you tales of plucky adventures, downtrodden citizens, untoward warlords, and evils only the mightiest of hearers might vanquish. Listen well, for this very night I leave to share my stories and my lovely self with the next town in need of my glowing presence. Tonight you will become another one of the Bard Mistral's biggest fans.
Humanity has many theories on why the universe is so quiet, on why we haven't discovered signs of intelligent life or heard the echoes of other sapient species of the past. Not many would have guessed it was because we were being protected, sheltered from the rest of the universe, from an ever-expanding war, and ultimately, our responsibility within it. Regardless of whether or not humanity is ready for it, great change is coming. Evolution on a daily scale, powers that resemble magic from mythology, and an all-consuming enemy clawing at the proverbial gate. Humanity must adapt or die. Neither Arthur Blackburn nor his family are prepared for these tribulations, but they are determined to rise to the challenge. Ascendant Family is a lit RPG post-apocalyptic fantasy adventure centered around a family and their fight to survive, grow, and reunite in a world drastically changed by a foreign energy. They will fight beasts, monsters, and even their fellow man as they try to keep themselves and their community alive and safe. Grappling with new powers, strange enemies, and unexpected allies, they attempt to carve out a place for themselves in the new chaos of Earth, as they struggle to understand this new energy, the changes it's causing, and the strange war humanity has been thrust into. Greetings, audience. Please gaze upon the majestic makers of maps who enhance our stream. These colorful cartographers have no equal, and if you too wish to tread upon their velveteen creations, simply head to one of their Patreons below. These wizards of topography will surely appreciate it. They are Pog's Props, Maps and Quests, Dr. Mapso, Cartographer's Cantrip, Dynamic Dungeons, Dicegramorium, Incarnate, The Modern Lich,
Frostmaiden will be back in just a few moments. Please gather up all snacks, loved ones, and ensure that you are seated comfortably and appropriately before you rejoin us on our adventure. We're glad to have you.
Ever the industrious adventurers, you can find A Minstrel's Tale on a plethora of social media websites. You can visit us on Twitter, for example, at A Minstrel's Tale. And, please, don't forget that we stream every Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can find us at twitch.tv/Minstrel's Tale. And
Hello, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Adventures in a Stary. Everything has been turned upside down, in the words of a great poet.
I'm more inclined to believe that the mysterious wizard that traveled all around might be in some way a suspicious character.
Perhaps the efforts of my end. She kind of like tentatively looks over her shoulders at the group as they're walking away. Companions might be able to at least find you some peace. I don't know how we're gonna proceed without a fight.
That's exactly why I'm here.
Yeah, the little one's thirsty for some skull cracking. Bill is worried about, for now, doing something fucking stupid again.
Aww.
So then we're loaded, but we're looking like, eye on the guy, where's for now? Eye on the guy.
We're just gonna stick with the Warlock special. She sees this zombie and is not having this. This is not chill vibes. These are not good fall vibes at all.
I see Bill's nose bleeding, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go, stop being hurt! I'm gonna do healing word as my bonus action.
So you grow and your head like brushes the ceiling.
It's like, well, where's this going? Where's it going?
MK is terrified.
As he readjusts his new footing and kind of crouches a little bit so he doesn't like bust through the ceiling. And he's just like, oh,
All right, we are back from break. And just a friendly reminder to all you lovely folks out there, we are running a charity for the Trevor Project. And let me go ahead and put that link there. It is through Soft Giving. And yeah, Trevor Project is a great charity to help end suicide among LGBTQ people, particularly on this week of Trans Awareness Week, and particularly today for Trans Awareness Day. So if you are feeling able to give to a donation today, check out the link in the chat and show some love. We would greatly appreciate it. Yeah. So with that, we are back. Charlotte being unable to find Schmo, who had run off to the bathhouse, and Zarius able to convince Sefik to join them on their mission to check out what's going on with this cart, where it's going, and whatever it is else they would like to do. So, players, let me know what you guys would like to do.
Charlotte is basically at this point exiting the bathhouse, kind of like basically walking as fast as she can without sprinting to back to Sefik's room was. And I that Darius was identifying there, or like outside there. No, she just kind of like approaches him with like a huff, and she's like, I'm sorry, I could not, for the life of me, find wherever Schmo's hiding. We need to go after these person short.
Well, I don't want to leave without Schmo. Scheiße.
Excuse me. That seems like it was a swear.
They don't count if you don't know what they mean.
I believe I can suss that out. I think I know what that means.
Well, what does that mean? It's not a language I've heard before. You hear from the bed.
Charlotte widens her eyes and gives him a very meaningful look, like, sir.
You know what? Oh God, this only works for necklace infected Sirius, so I'm not gonna do it.
I mean, it's up to you, buddy. You can do what you like.
But
if he's feeling a little chaotic after removing it, that's totally fine.
no, I wanted to play him like I think of him as, which is very too logical. He's like, oh, nothing at all, Mistral. Just a common parlance.
No, sounds very interesting.
So strange hearing her talk.
Well, it would be silly for me to use my same voice now, would it not?
I know why. It's just strange to see a lack of passion from you, I suppose. But, yes, we are down and so I should proceed carefully.
Lack of passion, I assure you, Charlotte. My heart is still full of passion. I can assure you of that.
I know.
Charlotte, do you have access to any sort of scrying or divination or anything of that nature?
I think that's a bit out of my skill set. I could do it, but as of the moment, I don't think I have any that will allow me to see.
Maybe I'll just ask Sage to follow them through the night and then report back and see which way they're heading, and we can follow at a later time. I do. Leaving without one of our party members just seems foolish at best, and
Yes, I want to leave a place
Well,
like this.
well, I'm sure Schmo is more than capable of surviving on their own. Finding us again is my main concern.
Yes, if we're going to tear them to another city, that would be very, ill-advised, I feel like. At least not without all of us. I agree with your plan. I agree it's not the most satisfying one. I was ready to drop everything and just go after them.
The way things kind of fallen like into place with everything going on, the Raven stopping us, asking us to do the shipment, us unfortunately accepting to deliver the shipment. You through Sage seeing
Terpsichore, you were right. We shouldn't have done it.
Okay, yes, I know I'm right, but Zarius, I'm talking about Avery now.
I think she was talking about her faith.
Yeah, this is about fate, Zarius, not about me being right and you being wrong. So, like, if we don't follow them now, we're definitely going to run into them later.
Yes, the concern is we're going to run into them 1,000 times stronger.
That is if they have time to use it. It does take time to make magical items, yes?
I mean...
And we will also be stronger.
Only took Niru how long?
Niru is a djinn. These are people. I'm not trying to underestimate them, but I do think that if we give them a day ahead of us, that is likely they'll to do such a thing. We'll still know where they're headed. We'll just be more collected when we actually go after them.
Alright,
Believe me, I'm not thrilled either. But I don't think it's smart to endanger all of us like this.
Not without Schmo, no. Alright, I suppose we try and figure out if there's anything we can do for this town. Sevik has informed me that they sacrifice people here.
He just kind of silently nods in the corner.
Oh, wonderful.
That's
Yes.
a problem we could fix.
He's just like in the corner and he's just like shaking his head no, like well, look, who am I to stop you? Sure, let's just have a word with the speaker and convince him otherwise. It's worked for you a lot every other time, has it not? And he kind of grins like widely at you.
Sevik, do you know something about the speaker we don't?
No, he's a lovely gentleman.
So you have met him?
Possibly.
Sevik? Why are you being so vague?
Because Sevik's lame. Obviously.
He's not lame.
Yes, I'm extremely...
You're very mean today,
I'm
Terpsichore.
extremely lame, that's precisely why.
No, I don't. You are. Could you please at least tell me? If you know something, then... especially if it can help the group.
Well, look.
You should know.
For one, look at our boisterous, proud bard who is now hiding in a disguise. That should tell you everything you need to know about this place in town. It's you ever do you know about much about thieves, shady folk who, work under the table?
I can't say I do, other than that transaction that we had.
Well, let's just, we hope it's the first and the last, and not the first of many. Unless that's what you folks are looking for, but, you all so far have given me the vibe that you're, a group of do-gooders out here in Ten Towns. Which, it's quite comical. This 10 Towns and, I'd have to say you folks are, the only group, like you out here. Which, you're all lovely folks, but, things are not what they seem out here.
Sevik, forgive me, but I think the level of cynicism here is comical. I think you're underestimating how much a single person's ability to change. We've done much good throughout 10 towns everywhere we went so far.
Okay.
Also, I resent the term do-gooder. It implies someone who is useless and unable to actually affect change. We've made at least 3 towns better. At least, as far as we know, they're better. We'll see what happens.
I would say they're better.
There's 7 still. But if you want me to, introduce you to Neth, I suppose that I could, though, not sure how he's gonna feel about seeing this old mug here.
Oh, know him by name?
Yes.
How do you know him?
Well, Are you going to buy me a drink at the tavern so I can spill all these stories, Charlotte, or do you just expect them for free? And he's like, kind of grinning at you, like, teasingly.
I'll buy you a drink if you like. Do you really want one from here?
I hope you enjoyed rat beer.
Yes.
It's very flavorful.
Do we have anything?
There is a tavern here, but, there is a tavern,
Surely we have some alcohol. I don't have.
I'm pretty sure Dory has all of it. I have one bottle of wine from them.
Well,
What?
it's fine. But the last time I did see Nerth, he was staying at the inn here. So strange. Strange man.
Is there anywhere adventurers could find work around here? We have always come to the table with the speakers, having accomplished something.
Well.
I mean, adventurer work, of course not.
Yes,
Whatever shady nonsense the rest of this town seems to get up to.
Yes,
I think the only work this town would have is shady work.
Yes.
Oh, that's a little bit counterproductive.
Yeah, I don't know if you... I don't, it's like I said earlier. Was that job to be the first and the last of its kind, or are you looking to seek more like it?
No.
Is really the...
I don't think so.
Yes. Like I said, I could introduce you to Nerth. He, last I was here at least, did occupy the largest suite at the inn. Made it his, home dwelling.
Oh, interesting. He doesn't have a sort of dwelling of his own. It's very different compared to all the speakers we've spoken with so far.
Oh, he prefers to stay in the inn as it, oh gosh, what was it? Oh yes. It reminded him of his home. And said it was a great place to meet folks. Yeah.
I see. And does he happen to stay on the first floor, or... She's like, does his home... Like, does the rats remind him of home? Like, what?
Oh no, it's as the innkeeper said, no one stays on the first floor here. Everyone stays at second or third floor up. Nerth is the suite. Of course, he's taken the largest suite for himself, is on the third floor.
I suppose there's no actual point in staying on the first floor if I can't try to steal the chest.
Well, we did pay for it.
Yes, but we can just move to another floor. Also, 10 gold is patently ridiculous for one night.
I don't know.
It was only acceptable if we made a bunch of money back, and now we're not going to.
It's not like we don't have... Whatever you all need, just ask. I'm afraid to distribute it at the moment.
Oh, this entire thing is far, far too complicated.
I agree. Makes you miss Kerkonig.
Well,
alright.
If it's...
Off to the bar then, or...?
Yes, the tavern, or, unless, you're really itching to meet an ambitious speaker tonight, yes, it's up to you. fish, that's what it was. Really, really interested in trade in fish. Or something, among other things. But, honest work, more your folks' line of duty. I would say, fish would be the, topic you'd want to approach him with.
Any
I was
fish?
not good at that.
I mean, we were quite good at it, right, Zarius? She looks like, huh, fish.
Yeah, I mean, I still have the large knucklehead trout to get carved.
You still have the head?
Do you
Yes.
still have it?
Yes, it's in the bag of holding.
Well, that's an icebreaker if I've ever seen one.
I am not giving up my
Sorry.
prize-winning knucklehead
Just
trout
show
head.
it to him. Just show it to him. Isn't that what people do? Don't they have like fish stories?
I will be warning you now, Zarius. If you show that to him, he's probably gonna try to hire you guys to procure some fish for him.
On one hand, that sounds very boring. On the other hand, maybe we could go talk to Poppy again at least.
I think we should go somewhere that is not gross, not with a bunch of sketchy people that might fight us or cause us to accidentally commit crimes or whatever. And have some fun, relax. It's been a very stressful couple of days. I do not like it.
Terpsichore, I have bad news. This is only a stop on the way to an even more stressful situation. Remember, we're going to try and make sure they don't sacrifice a wizard. And I think it was Lonelywood? I don't remember the name of the town.
He's
East
Haven.
Haven, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's
Well, yeah. We have to figure out what is the wizard doing? Why are they gonna kill him? Are they just gonna kill him? Did he do something?
No, they're going to be using the wizard as a sacrifice to Oral. Because he's apparently some evil wizard or something. People fear things that they do not know. Many feared me when I first came here.
You're kind of scary.
He shrugs. He's like, not. He doesn't look offended at all by that. He's just like, he shrugs like, eh.
Sefik is dangerous, not scary.
Oh, I'm not dangerous. I'm just a little bookworm, just like you, Zarius. And he winks at you.
He gives him a look like, you lying bastard.
I'm just a simple researcher who came out here with my party. That's all I am.
Yes, ice daggers just sprout like quills magically from nowhere when we fight things, of course.
Sefik, the way you're saying things makes me very uncomfortable. I already thought you were boring.
Yes, very boring. I am the most boring gentleman you will come across. He opens, like, his vest, he opens up his vest, Zarius, and he kind of, like, shows, like, as he opens it, you see, like,
It's just daggers.
fuck ton of daggers. A lot of daggers.
I'm just doing the I'm watching you like movement.
Sefik, I hope to everything that those are properly stowed away. If you trip and fall, that could be absolutely awful.
Oh,
Do
but
those
sure.
function as armor for you as well?
Yes. See, it's
That is quite nice,
Mhm,
actually.
mhm. It's a hobby of mine to tempt death every day. Just living on the edge, maybe a stumble or a trip, maybe the end of me.
In other words, you're a cleric's best friend.
He takes out a flask And he fucking just like throws back a big drink and looks at you, and he's just like, I wasn't quite a best friend. I was more like the cleric's lover. And he throws back another drink.
Her eyes go wide. She puts a hand out. She's like, I was talking about you and I. And I can get you another drink.
He hands out his flask that's now fucking empty to you.
Will they allow me to fill this? I suppose there's only one way to find out. She'll go and try and buy him a drink.
Yeah, you go out, and the guy, he fills it up for you. The bartender's very silent. He's a very large man, and
yeah, oh yeah, that's right. Drinks are
one,
included. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, he's got one eye, and he just silently fills it for you to the brim and hands it back.
What is it? Is it like ale or?
Yeah, he put some like what looks like probably is like some kind of hard alcohol, like probably whiskey or something in there.
Oh,
and he also gives you like a basket of bread, but it's not warm.
Oh my god, well, that's fine. We can warm it up.
They serve exclusively peach schnapps in Target.
Oh,
no!
Yeah! Peach
Oh my
schnapps, peach
God.
schnapps.
Oh my god.
I'm running I'm running.
Back and forth, running back and forth, Jesus.
Yeah. She will also get like, just straight up dinner for the room because I guess we're not leaving.
Yeah, it's like midnight, and you come back with his flask filled. As soon as you give it back to him, he starts drinking again from it, and he takes a roll out of a cold roll from the basket and just starts chewing on it.
She gives him more than one. She's like, you'll need this to absorb that. You'll feel awful in the morning.
Oh, I always feel awful in the morning. And he just continues eating his bread.
You are so concerning. Are you sure you want to sleep alone? Is it something about this town?
He looks at you, and then he looks at Zarius, and he's just like, yes, I'll be quite fine to sleep on my own, Charlotte. And he looks at Zarius, and he's just like, she said it, not me, buddy. Like, you can tell.
Not like that! Not like that!
Zarius isn't even worried. He knows there's no way Charlotte meant it like that.
Yeah.
In fact, he's not even picking up what Sefik is putting down.
No! This is doctor-patient relationship.
No, I know. But fucking Sefik is over here drunk and sad and thinking about, like...
Oh, sir.
Yeah, and then you saying, like, are you sure you want to sleep alone tonight? He's just like, excuse me? He's just like, I sleep alone every night. Why is tonight so different of all nights?
He says that?
Yeah.
You seem very, I don't know, sad?
Much more melancholy than normal.
Yes, is it this place that's making you feel like this?
Perhaps.
Then we will all sleep in one room this evening.
Lovely.
Assuming we can find Shmoo.
I think that Shmo may be sleeping elsewhere tonight. If my search results have anything go on.
Where would he be sleeping? He doesn't know anyone here.
Well, I think he may have made a friend. Just a hunch.
Mistral reaches for some bread and... Well, it wouldn't be the first time. And
Charlotte reaches for some bread and starts eating so she doesn't have to talk.
Yeah. And Mistral shoves the bread in her mouth after saying that. It's like muffled laughter as she's like eating the bread.
Charlotte's bright red.
Why are you red? Why are you just eating the bread? If you had a friend, if you made a friend, and the friend is what I'm confused.
Well, Terpsichore, Shmoo made and I'm going to, Zarius is air quoting, friend, and what they mean is someone he is going to have casual sexual contact with.
No! Spits out the bread.
Oh god, he said it. Oh wow, you actually said it.
Of course I said it. Why would I not?
Oh, well, Oh, well, it just, for so long, everyone's been holding back, but okay, he just, like, I mean,
Look,
people do it all the time.
Everyone is in on the joke, great, but Terpsichore is not, and we have to explain things.
So every time you guys said something about Schmo meeting someone and going off, that's what you were talking about.
Charlotte's
Yes.
face is in her hands.
He was, as they say, getting jiggy with it.
I did not hear what you said.
Mistral, like, pops up and, like, just puts an arm around your shoulder, Terpsichore, and she, like, whispers, she's like, did you really not know?
Sirius is looking at Mistral like he's pointing a finger at her and just says, Mistral? No.
No, what? This is A and B business. See your way out of it. And she looks to Terpsichore and she's like, did you really not know that's what he was doing?
First it's what I thought, but then everyone kept making jokes, so I was just confused. No one was like really outright saying it, and then when Dory would ask, I didn't know what to do, so I was just like, oh yeah, Dory, I don't know what they're talking about either.
Yeah, that's definitely what's been going on this whole time. And Mistral's like looking at you out of the side of her eyes, Zarius. Like, she's just like kind of glaringly, like, looking out the corner of her eyes, like, to see if you're, like, listening or looking.
Oh, absolutely. Part of him is, like... I feel like part of Zarius is, like, Mistral is way, way more experienced than Terpsichore, and this needs to be addressed at some point.
I mean, people do it all the time. It's not really a big deal. But I'm sure he'll pop up in the morning like he always does.
So, wildly inappropriate.
Look, if Dory was here, it would be inappropriate. I agree. But Terpsichore is an adult, and she needs to understand what is going on.
I think she understands perfectly well. You know what that is, right, Terpsichore?
Yeah?
Yes. So why do we need to talk about it?
She didn't know that Schmo was going off to do things, and it's a little bit more of a delicate situation than Schmo just hanging out with someone, yes?
How is it more of a delicate situation?
Well, let's say we sent Terpsichore to find Schmo. She would want to be forewarned.
Well, you're supposed to knock anyway.
Well, shall we go to the tavern? I mean, it is midnight, but surely this town isn't that dull or boring. Or we can stay here and have everyone night. She like looks at Sephic and Zarius.
Wait, but okay. As much as I would love to have everyone night, Sephic is sad. And everyone night should be not that sad. A little bit sad, not that sad.
Oh, everyone night should not be sad at all. It should be, like happy and maybe he needs another drink. And she looks at Sephic like kind of pitifully.
I look at Sephic. Does Sephic seem like how's he holding his alcohol?
Oh, he's holding it just fine. He's just there. He's drinking, and he's like, he's found a chair, and he's like slumped in it, and he's just like throw back from his flask, and then he'll take a bite of bread, and he's just like watching you guys talk.
Sephic.
Yes, Zarius.
If you cheer up and stop drinking, we can study magic.
There's a time for studying magic, and there's a time for sulking.
Sephic.
I don't think what you're doing is sulking. I think it's progressed from sulking into wallowing.
wallowing in self-pity.
Yes, yeah, I've leveled up. I've.
Can I send a message to Sefik real quick?
Yeah, totally. Go for it.
It's like, I haven't told anyone yet, but Kadroth had a 9th level spell in his spell book.
You see his eyes like widen, and he looks at you, and you guys see his eyes widen too.
Spell.
and you hear Zarius, you're like, he what now? What was it that he had?
I'm gonna pull out Kadroth's spell book and flip the pages over, like hiding the spell book, just showing Sefik.
Okay. Oh shit. Are you showing him anything in particular? Are you sharing all of it with him? What
I know. I'm just showing him. Where's the book in my inventory? I am just showing him Time Ravage.
Oh.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
It is one of the more fucked up spells I have ever seen.
Well, he was an evil bitch. Let's see.
It immediately ages someone so that they only have 30 days to live.
Oh
I
my
cannot think
God.
of like a crueler, you're not immediately killing someone. You're giving them time to think about their own death. Like, fuck.
That he is just like he is like shook. Like his like sulking, wallowing demeanor changes from like he's sitting upright and he's just like looking at it intently, like he's like,
it's insane, right?
What? Do you intend to learn this?
Of course, but there's no way I can cast it yet.
Not yet. I mean, you've got to find the appropriate the lucky one. And he winks at you.
Oh, luck. What is it? What is he trying to imply by that? I don't actually
like
know.
you got to find the lucky bastard that you want to cast this on, basically.
Oh.
He's like,
got it.
He's like, for sure, you don't just want to cast this spell willy nilly, like.
Yes, maybe the shark. No, that would be too big.
Oh God, not the shark.
God, what is his name? Shit.
You guys didn't get the man's name in Red and
The
Black.
actual dude's name?
Oh no,
Like,
no.
yeah.
The dude, the dwarf, like crone warned us about.
Oh, the super evil guy? I don't think we're gonna.
Oh, the blight, whatever guy.
I don't think we're gonna. I think that's gonna be a fight. I don't think we could just straight up do that, but we'll see.
I mean, you could, but he would still have 30 days to live, so.
Yeah.
You want to drag it out for 30 days.
Yeah, literally. Some Dragon Ball Z shit.
Put him in a prison for 30 days. You
Yeah,
think
you
about
could.
what you've done, just for 30 days.
God.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that spell's pretty fucked up. But I mean, we were dealing with an actual, literal evil person. So, I mean, what do you expect to find in an evil guy's book? Spells like that.
Yeah. Wizards can do some very fucked up evil spells.
Sometimes wizards be evil. Sometimes they don't.
They make very good.
They do. Yeah, so he's like cheered up and he's just like, so I'd borrow that from you sometime.
You're going to copy it down.
Well, if you let me.
Maybe. We'll
Come on.
see.
Come on, I'll
He
buy you a
seems-
drink.
He's like, let me. No, that one's too powerful. I'm the only one who can have that one. let's
Perhaps we can make a trade. And he pulls out a book of his own.
Okay. And he's like, all right, now you're talking my language.
All right then. So, shall we turn in for the night, or tavern, or what are you folks thinking?
Charlotte is like by Terpsy's side as they're like whispering, and she like looks up at her and is like, "Should."
The two boys are just fucking whispering over there, like with their books out, all giddy and
Look.
shit.
Goal accomplished. Sefik's mood is improved, alright?
Oh fuck you, right? Damn it.
Haha.
I think Zarius gave Suffolk a thing to keep Suffolk distracted while we have everyone night.
You all right about that?
Oh my god, he did. He really did. He really did it. Oh my god, he did that for us.
So, now that the conditions are fulfilled, what do we do on everyone night?
Well, it's kind of like girls' night, but just everyone's here, right?
I mean, I figured that's what it would be. Are we gonna have real bonding? Because, like, I don't know Zarius very well. Because, like, Charlotte, you and Zarius kind of just go off and do stuff, and then you come back with information. And honestly, we're all just like, oh, yeah. They're the ones in charge, so we're just gonna do whatever they say.
I have an idea.
I don't think it's
She
very
like
effective.
flushes when you say we go off and do stuff, and then she's like, "Oh, that's not what they're talking about." Thank
I have an idea. I have an idea. I have a great idea for this.
Yes.
What's your idea?
We can play a game. It's called 200 Questions.
200 questions.
Yeah, we stay up all night and everyone asks questions. Like, you go around in a circle. We're all gonna sit in a circle and, like, say if I'm first, I get to ask anybody in the circle a question. They have to answer it. And then whoever's to my right, they go next and they can do the same. And we go until we hit 200 or we pass out.
Oh, all right.
Usually people pass out first.
Yes, that seems like a lot of questions. I don't know if I have that many questions in me, but I'll try.
You know, I think Zarius would have all of the questions.
You are correct.
Well, he has to wait his turn.
Oh, okay.
So fucking Mistral, like, jumps up on the bed. She's standing on the bed at this point. She's like, all right, we're gonna play 200 questions. Get in a circle. And she, like, plops down on the bed.
Alright, get her in a circle.
Yeah.
She'll sit, like on the edge of the bed.
Okay.
And cross-legged.
So he's over here. So Mistral's sitting here. Just go ahead and place.
Is Zarius even here?
Yeah, she like stood up on the bed and shouted this basically. So go ahead and place your tokens here. I'm gonna move these away. Go ahead and place your tokens where you would like to be in the circle of questions.
Just sitting on the edge of the bed.
Okay.
Right here.
And Terpsy,
Oh my
you're
God.
next to Charlotte.
Where are we placing ourselves?
Just place.
Like, imagine there's like a little square in
Yeah.
the relation of the room.
Okay.
Yeah. So who you'd like to be next to, basically.
Actually, Terpsy will go next to Mistral.
Okay.
I will occupy this position.
Wow, no way.
And Suffix like on a chair right there. And Schmo is like, who knows where, how I'll make.
Oh my god, you deleted him!
No, I didn't. I just made his token invisible.
Oh.
Oh my
It was
god.
so funny to watch.
Because you
Perish.
don't know where he is, so he's invisible. Get it?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Ha-ha.
He's gone.
Oh my god, he's gone.
All right. All right. All right. The game is 200 questions. And she looks around like in a very serious look.
That's a lot of questions.
It is.
That's what I said.
So we ask 200 questions, or we pass out, whichever happens first.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's what I said. We're playing 200 questions. Haven't you played this before?
No.
Is that the first question?
Oh, fuck. Okay, yeah, I guess that was my question. Okay, fine. I guess that was my question. Anyways, Charlotte, it's your turn. Or wait, no, to my right. Terpsy, it's your turn.
Yeah, do you have a family?
You have to say who you're asking.
I did. Zarius.
Oh, yes, I do. I have an older sister and a very troublesome little brother, and a mother and father, and a rather large clan of aunts and uncles. All of them very disappointed in my lack of interest in machinery. Except my sister, she was somewhat supportive, but then again, she's probably one of the most
gifted artificers our race has ever produced, so...
She was rather nice.
She takes everything as it comes with a grace that I can only hope to try and replicate.
She was very protective over you initially, but I think once I explained what was going on, she was very kind. A little bit confused, but kind.
She was probably one of the only ones who, my parents understood my interest in the old magical ways, but they didn't really approve of it. She was probably the only one who really actually wholeheartedly supported it and thought it was a viable path forward.
And now look at you. You're animating skeletons and such. That I would say that's quite a way to come.
He actually blanches at that. She probably wouldn't really approve of that. Shit.
Well, it's kind of mechanical in a way, you could say. Pacific pats you on the back and hands you
Charlotte,
like
tilts her head like, I don't think so.
and he offers his flask to you.
Biomechanical, yes. That's how I'll explain it.
Biomechanical. There you have it. See, biomechanical.
No. It's useful, but I should probably stop using it once I can do something less creepy.
All right, I guess it's my turn. Well, shoot. Charlotte, what is your favorite tea?
My favorite tea?
Yes.
Huh. Well, okay. Now, it could be licorice root, but then... Oh, mint has so nice medicinal properties. And she goes on for this, 5 minutes, listing off different ones.
He's just, shaking his head and nodding, and he's just, writing down the little, descriptives you're saying. As
Yeah, and then she nods. She's like, if you have company over, I suppose you can't go wrong with an Earl Grey. I don't think anyone dislikes Earl Grey. So yes, that one pleases the most people. Yes.
Very well. And he closes his book and tucks it into his vest. And he motions to you, Zarius.
Alright. I did not think about this.
Sefik under his breath is just like, yeah, okay, not so sure about that.
What, the question?
You're a wizard, you're always thinking.
Yes, but not about what's actually going on sometimes. It's sort of the unfortunate curse, right? You're not always thinking about everything in the present.
Mistral looks at you and she's like, Zarius, this is your chance. You can ask anybody in this room any question and they have to answer it. This is... Don't be like Sefik. Don't ask what your favorite tea is.
Thought it was a nice question. We have 200 of these.
Yeah.
What do you actually want, Mistral?
Her eyes go wide.
Use the game against her.
What do you mean, what do I actually want?
I mean, you're here in 10 towns. You're supposedly trying to escape from your mother and her friends.
Mm-hmm.
What are you actually doing up here?
Well, I heard of this place that is encapsulated in a forever winter due to its some magical properties and, so on and so forth. And so I thought, if there's a place that I am to have a chance at freedom, this is the place. And so far I've been right. So freedom, that's what I seek.
When you were performing elsewhere, people were finding you and trying to bring you back?
Eventually, but they never could.
I see. All right.
That's why I moved around so much, town to town to town. I have been all across Faerun, far and wide. I've possibly visited every town, big and small, in between. I have friends all over the place. It's how I was able to get that import of Terpsy's book.
Can I insight check her?
Yeah, go for it.
She being truthful with me.
Yeah, go ahead and insight check her.
She better not lie during this game.
That's at 18 total.
Yeah, she's telling the truth. She's probably over-exaggerated a little bit, but she believes that she's probably been to every significant town. She's been traveling for quite some time, and you get the vibe that she was not staying in any place too long. Like, she would maybe stay a night or two in a town, go to the next one, and she was always on the move. So you do get the vibe that, yeah, she's very well traveled.
Okay. So she is actually here trying to escape her mother's machinations then. Got it.
Yeah, she's like, she heard about this place, and she's like, well, if it's like enshrouded in magic, then perhaps like magical finding spells can't, penetrate that magic. So maybe that's a safe space for me, and I can finally, like, not be looking over my shoulder, at least for my mom.
Charlotte?
Yes, Darius?
Yes.
When we right the wrongs of 10 towns, and I say when, I believe we will, where do you plan on going after this? Do you want to return?
I'm not sure exactly. I don't know if I'm going to be leaving this place anytime soon. If we actually find one of the homes of the Nezarim, I imagine there are libraries to study there for, well, as long as Magic Jaw can sustain me.
She looks visibly relieved at this answer. I see.
But I'm hoping eventually I'll be able to travel between here and the homeworld of my people.
I see. Well, I would very much like to see it, or at least assist you in whatever magic you need to get there.
That would be excellent. He's probably already like planning how all of this will work.
That's my question. What about you, Mistral?
Well, this is my home now, so I'll probably be staying here. It gives me the, Oh, my question! Oh my god. I am so sorry. Her face, like, turns strangely red. She seems super embarrassed. What's your most embarrassing, story, Zarius?
My most embarrassing story.
She, like, lets out a sigh, like, deflecting the embarrassment onto him.
Oh my god, Mistral.
Let's see here. Most embarrassing story. I was supposed to give a speech once, and I opened with a joke and no one laughed, and I completely froze up. I'm talking literally couldn't speak.
Oh God, that's terrible.
It was one of the worst moments I've ever experienced.
Is that why you don't tell jokes anymore? She looks like genuinely heartbroken.
Oh my God.
My jokes just aren't that good most of the time. At least I don't think they are. Jokes are difficult.
Well, you can practice on me. I'm a very non-judgmental audience. You can ask Schmo.
That's true.
Well, when he's here.
I will. Do you want me to tell more jokes?
If you'd like, if that's something you do.
Oh my gosh.
I just not something that most Vidalcan do, I suppose.
Well, I thought you weren't like most Vidalcan anyway.
I am not like most Vidalcan because of you. We're clear on that, yes?
She has like a little smile, like, yeah, it's because of me.
Oh my God.
Yes.
I will think on it. That is all I can promise.
All right. Well, I look forward to your jokes. I'm sure they're very funny. I think Tetsuko would laugh at them.
Yes. I might laugh. But it's my turn for a question, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Charlotte.
Yes?
Do you actually think Schmo's jokes are funny?
Oh, damn.
Her mouth drops a little bit. Sometimes. Most of them are funny. Some of them need a little bit of workshopping. But if I don't laugh at the joke, then he'll stop telling them. You already saw what happened to Zarius. I don't want to crush his creative spirit.
His creative spirit isn't crushed every time I tell him this joke's bad. I'll be fine.
I think I may be the only thing sometimes keeping him telling those jokes. I think if I didn't laugh, he would probably stop telling them, which I don't want.
Okay.
You look over and you see Sephic is just slumped in the chair, snoring past the hill out. We're probably going to go ahead and wrap up the session soon. So if you three as players have any other pressing questions you would like to take this opportunity to ask any of your co-players, take that opportunity now, or else we will go ahead and end this session off here.
Oh God, I don't.
Boy, howdy.
There's so many questions I want to.
I mean, you guys now know of this game, so you could always be like, hey, let's play that game.
That's true. There is totally stuff I want to ask Terpsy. I just don't know how to phrase it to actually get an answer out of her. That's the trouble I'm having right now.
Well, the problem is,
you could always just take the time and like ask it another time too.
No, that's true. That's true. I don't want to make you stay up super late. I will think on the questions that I have for you.
Oh no, this question game has woken me up.
Oh, worm?
Oh my God.
Hold on. I need to think about this.
Is there any other sort of dangers that we should be aware of when it comes to this issue with your book?
Probably not. As far as I know, the danger is what I have told you. And no one here has really said anything or thought of anything whenever I have introduced myself. So, as of right now, we should be pretty safe.
Do you think that it is wise to keep going by your name if it's something that. How common of a name is Terpsichore? I don't think I've ever heard it before, but I also don't have very much to go off.
I have not met anyone else with my name.
Dear.
And my book did have my family name on it.
Oh my god.
And my sister and I all we're sisters. We look relatively similar. So
Forgive me, have you spoken about having sisters before? I for some reason I thought you grew up without a family. Are you talking about your biological family?
Yeah. Were you not there when Tori asked me about it?
I don't know.
I am the 6th daughter of 9.
Oh my goodness. And 9? Wow. And are they all staying in the temple still? Did they leave like you?
So not all of us were put in temples.
That's where the confusion comes from.
So my parents kept some of my sisters. And then me, and definitely 2 other ones, because I was the 3rd one that they sent away. Well, not really sent away. We went to the temple, and they were like, "Oh, Terpsichore, you should go over there and look at stuff." And I was like, "Okay." I knew they were going to leave me there. I knew the moment I walked away that they were going to be gone. Because they did it to the other 2, and I heard them talk about probably doing the same to one of my other sisters. We did not all get sent to the same temples. Each one of us went to a different one.
You know why? That seems very strange. Why are they sending away your sisters?
Yes, not all of us are good at verbal storytelling or singing. So, that's kind of what they're all about, and so yeah.
That seems a bit harsh. I mean, you are an incredible dancer. I think that you can tell just as much story through dance as you can through song.
So, seems rather cruel of your parents, yes.
Yes. Cruel. Yeah, that's a pretty good word for it. I wasn't very young either. I lived in the temple for like 12 years. So I was a little bit older than Dory.
You were 10 years old? A little more?
10, 11.
Wait, that makes you... You're 22? You're only 22?
23.
23? Goodness, Terpsichore, you're so young.
Were you also not there when I told Dory that?
I don't think so.
Huh. I thought you guys knew, like, that I had, like, obviously not what happened with my sisters and my family. You guys not really asked about that. But I thought you guys knew how old I was, and it wasn't too long ago that I told Dory that I have 8 other sisters.
Well, Dory, I am not surprised that Dory would have information that they did not tell me. But I suppose it's not their information to tell. sorry that that happened to you.
You know, life at the temple was nice and everything.
Yes, I suppose I don't know, what that sort of life is like. In any case, your cloth has brought us all together. I'm very happy to have met you.
Oh, thank you. I am also very happy to have met you.
Oh, big smile.
Sarius, you're being awfully quiet, and I know you definitely have a lot of things to ask me.
It's because John is sneezing and Zarius cannot talk
Oh
properly.
no!
Um,
Oh no!
It's okay, John. We'll
No,
end
no.
soon. Poor
Do
John.
you actually believe everything happens for a reason?
200 questions.
Yes. Because if I don't have that, then the world is just too cruel. And I'd rather not think of it like that.
Just the opposite for me, I suppose. If everything happens for a reason, then who's ever running thing needs to die very quickly. Because the world is too cruel.
Wow.
And it needs to be replaced. If it's all just chaos, then that at least I can try to put into order. And make better. Is an interesting point of view, though, one I understand.
Send your point of view as well.
Are you actually as naive as you appear to be? I just don't know how you're so effective at ending lives, but manage to say so pure is the only word I have for it.
Definitely wouldn't say I am as naive as you've probably thought I am. To be fair, I tend not to question too much. But also, I don't. If it's not obvious, I did not. I obviously didn't know what was entirely going on whenever you guys made jokes with Schmo, because it's in a way I've never heard it before. So usually, whenever I've said something along the lines of, "Oh, I don't know what you're talking about," living in the temple, I just at that moment don't really realize what you mean.
All right.
But I also think it's fun to play naive. People have found me a lot more trusting that way, and in my travels it did make it easier to steal from them. So
Mistral just starts nodding and agreeing. She's like, yeah. She's like nodding and just like a total look of approval on her face.
Well, I hope you know that you won't have to steal things anymore. I'm perfectly willing to give you whatever you
Zarius is looking at both Mistral and Terpsichore. You are both incorrigible. I cannot believe either of you. I approve entirely.
He said he approves entirely.
Yeah.
Mistral like starts to open her mouth, but as soon as you say approve, she's just like, And she grins at you and just winks and blows you a kiss.
No, no. None of that. Now I know you use that to steal from people.
And it's not the only thing I use.
Okay, Miss all-powerful father figure watches over me.
What do you think my father helps me steal? Or do any of the things that I do? I do things of my own volition, okay? Just because I happen to have a powerful father doesn't mean he does anything for me. I've never even met the guy, Zarius.
Do you actually believe that, Mistral? That you've never met him?
I think I would know if I met my own father.
Can I make a performance check?
Sure.
Like look over
Yeah.
at Sefik and be like, "Well, Sefik, would you like to introduce yourself?"
Oh my fucking god, that's hilarious.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and make me a performance check.
Oh, okay. No, it's 17. That's my. I know. Okay, 18 total.
18. Oh wait, a performance check. What are you trying to perform, sir?
I'm trying to convince her of Sefik is her dad.
Got you. Okay. A 17. Let's see. Let's see if she. Okay. Anyways, you like nudge the chair that he's sleeping on, and he.
Oh no, I don't want to wake him up.
Yes, there is. What is it?
I don't want to wake Sefik up. I'm just trying
he's been fucking woken up.
I'm trying to mess with Mistral is all.
No, you're fine. He's been woken up. It's fine. Oh yes. Is whose father am I now? Yes.
Well, this is backfired in a way I wasn't expecting.
Whose father am I now? Zarius.
Mistral,
He's like
you're a
rubbing
powerful genie. Congratulations. Moving
Oh
on.
yes, very powerful genie. Yes, I'm very, very powerful genie, as you can tell. Very powerful. I'm an ice genie, and he like rubs his fingers through his hair, like, and he kind of bats his eyelashes and his like icy blue eyes at you all. Like, yes, can't
Very
you tell?
all-powerful, very drunk, very sleepy and
Very,
tired.
very, yes, powerful. Yes, the cold doesn't affect me. I am an ice genie, and he like kind of stumbles standing up.
Oh no.
And he pulls open his shirt, and you see like a blue like scar on his chest, and he's just like, so powerful. Yes, that's me. Very powerful, ice genie. And he just like falls over onto the bed and passes out.
Oh god. I make sure none of his fucking knives are poking him, and I just tuck him in. Could I have made a medicine check or like some sort of check to see like what that scar is, like if it's made, like what it could have been made by?
Yeah, go ahead and make a medicine check for me.
Okay. I put away my dice, but I'm gonna use D&D.
Okay.
That's 20, 14 plus 6.
D&D Beyond with the dirty 20. All right.
Yum.
So, yeah, by looking at getting a flash of that scar on his chest, you are like, whoa. You kind of put two and two together that you notice that he often is out in the cold without cold weather gear on and does not seem bothered. He's told you the story about how he washed up on shore in icy cold waters and is still alive, and he has made some jokes about cheating death, basically, and you get the feeling that he is touched by ice or afflicted by ice, or there is something going on with this lad and something of an icy nature. And that is like that mark he has on him it's something to most definitely do with that.
Okay. All right, powerful genie. Please go to bed. And she
he's
fucking
he's knocked the fuck out, like a leg hanging off the bed, like mouth open, flask still in the hand, a little bit of it spilled, and he's just like like fucking snoring. He's had a great night. He's like, yeah, this is fun, thanks.
she just like shakes her head. And and she's gonna remove his jacket with all the fucking knives inside of it, because she's like, now that she knows about this, she's terrified that he's gonna roll around in it and stab himself.
Oh my gosh. You're gonna try to remove his jacket?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and I mean, yeah, like, so as you go to remove his jacket, you feel a hand on your hand quickly, just like grab you quickly, and it's his hand, and it grips you pretty hard, pretty strongly, surprisingly for someone who's fucking asleep. You're like,
Oh, he's still asleep.
yeah, you're like, what the hell?
She like raises his knife, she like taps him and casts guidance as like a, it's me, like type deal.
Oh, you're casting guidance?
Hmm.
Okay, you cast guidance and he like pulls your hand.
Pulls my hand. Pulls it where?
Yeah, like he pulls your hand, like he pulls you towards him.
Oh.
What do you do?
I mean, I'm trying to break him out of it. He's got a little baby wizard strength.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
You're able to. You're able to pull your hand away.
She Okay, I suppose you will be holding on to that then. And she just kind of tucks him in.
He like snores a bit loudly as you tuck him in, and you see him. He kind of like turns over on his side and like pulls the blankets with him.
Yeah, that's fine. Pats his head.
And he is knocked the hell out.
Sevik, you're so concerning.
Does anybody else have... Oh, Zarius, it's your turn.
Sorry.
You're fine.
I'm down to start with this again. But
Yeah, we can do
I
that.
Can't. I'm drawing a blank
allergy
right
attack.
Oh, you're
I feel
good.
like I feel like I had questions written down, but I've been furiously scanning my notes, and
Yeah. You're good.
I'm coming up blank on some of the things I wanted to ask.
It's no problem.
First. Yeah.
It's
Shit.
no problem.
What else did he want to ask Terpsichore? Should I? No, Zarius wouldn't be that much of a little shit. I'm so tempted to ask Mistral if she likes Terpsichore.
Oh my god.
I'm glad we had like the same thought. Because when you laughed, I was like, oh my god, he's gonna ask Terpsichore or Mistral if they like each other.
I thought about it too, but I was like, would Charlotte do that?
No, that's what Tori would do.
Yeah, for sure. Oh god,
Dory's
this
a
is a
little
fucking dangerous
shit.
game. Yeah, for Dory.
Yeah.
Oh, god damn it. Alright. Yeah, I'm good for now. I'm down to start with this, and
Yeah, we can pick up
maybe,
here. Yeah, next session.
maybe Shmo shows back up and can help jog my memory about
Perhaps I'm gonna have them do some rolls before next session to kind of determine what went down. So we will see how that goes and where that goes. So yeah.
and who that goes.
Yeah,
And why that goes.
pretty much.
And
what that
Yeah, it'll be like spicy. It'll be like spicy 200 questions.
ERP down at the beach shack.
Of D&D.
Oh my god.
What,
No.
sir? Hold the phone. This is a just kidding, it's not. Most definitely not one of those.
This is a Christian Minecraft server. How fucking dare you?
Bro, no, it is most definitely not. For one, no Minecraft, and for two, this is not a Christian nothing server.
That's what you go for first, the Minecraft.
I mean, because you said Minecraft first, right? He said Minecraft first. Anyways, let's get a raid
Christian
in.
Minecraft server.
Oh, well, it's neither of none of those. Let's go ahead and get a raid in. We are going to go ahead and get a raid in. Thank you all for joining us today. We will see you next week on Rime the Frostmaiden, 6 p.m. PST. Thank you for joining us tonight. And we're going to go ahead and raid Sakura Afro, who is also fundraising right now. And playing some TTRPGs. So let's go.
Cool.
Let's
See
go
ya.
for the raid. Let's go. Oh, Wizard Styles, thank you for the donation. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Thank you for the donation there before we hit this raid. And yeah, let's get going for the raid. Let's get this going. Here we go. And we're raiding.